You're loud.
Yeah, because it hasn't been working for the last 5 minutes, and I've been losing my head trying to fix it.
Oh. Okay. I'll be
Hi.
quiet. I'll be quiet now. I'm sorry.
That's not gonna happen. You know.
I've-
You're never gonna be quiet.
Ori,
Sorry.
this gremlin. This gremlin just in my hotel room. This gremlin.
Okay.
My mic.
I'm sorry. I sat up, so that's probably why.
My
like,
mic is just
everything's
gonna.
a little bit more.
My mic keeps disconnecting. I'm gonna lose.
But hello, Sensei. Can you say a full sentence so I can make sure you're not like peeking?
Say a full sentence, but my mic keeps
She's
disconnecting.
ignoring me. Ren.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I am in like audio checking mode as well.
Oh no.
Sensei has been speaking a full sentence, but we cannot hear her.
Cannot hear her. Oh my
She's
god.
in
I'm
I think I can hear her
lose
on her
my
stream, but like
entire mind.
She's losing her entire mind.
Yep,
She's
she
losing
is
her
losing.
entire
Yep.
mind.
Absolutely.
Oh god, not again.
Yabe.
Hello.
Yabe.
How could Zane's microphone peak? You know, if you make her laugh hard enough. No, I'm joking.
What?
If you make her laugh hard enough, she'll peak sometimes.
Sometimes.
I mean,
Maybe.
Maybe.
I fell on the floor laughing with you, if that was anything.
Which one? Because I feel like that happened more than once.
No, that was like all concentrated in one night. I feel like the night when we pulled Ren into the mix.
Oh, right!
Oh.
Wait, what was the comment that took Sensei out? I don't remember.
We were talking about what happened at Con when you were helping out with the tape.
Oh! Guys, never let Sensei do arts and craft ever.
Right.
Don't. Man, it was so clean. It was so nice, Sensei. It was so good. And then I'm like, here, hold this. And then it just crumpled. And I'm like, oh, my hard work gone in an instant.
No. We need to tell this straight from the beginning, but also give me 1 second to say hello.
No, you're good. We need Mika in here. I don't know where Mika is.
Hello, Avatar. Hello.
Oh my god, why do you sound like you turned into
I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name.
Hello.
Wait a minute. What do you mean I
Yes,
turned into
hello
something?
everyone. We're
Why do you
back.
sound more
We're
echoey
here
now?
to cause chaos and trouble.
Am I?
We're here to share with our
I losing
experience
it?
and what
Should I
happened
be?
during Con.
I didn't change any
Yes.
settings.
Oh, I'm just losing it,
No,
I guess.
oh, the mouse pad. Yes. Hello.
You're good, you're
Yeah,
good,
my
you're good.
I
settings
hope
are correct. I
it
haven't changed
stayed
anything.
and the marker didn't
You're
come off
good.
or
Don't worry about it.
anything.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's probably a me issue, not a you issue. You know,
Of course
as
it's a
we
you
go.
issue. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Zane.
Hello.
All right,
Hello.
give me 1 second. I'm going to move across to our chat so everyone can see us.
No.
Yes.
Oh, my commands don't work yet. Chotto. Let me
Oh,
do that for
it's
you.
so loud. I need to turn Ren back down.
We.
Okay.
All right. So how are we gonna talk about what happened during the convention? Are we gonna like start from the day one? How far did
It's
you
all
get,
started.
Ori?
I
told Ari she's not allowed to talk about it until we're all here.
Oh.
It all began
long ago.
in the year 2023.
Okay. We're still in 2023 though.
Long ago, when the pyramids were still young, an ancient pharaoh.
No.
Oi.
No.
Hello,
when I was born.
Regan Mob. Welcome. Yeah, I'm glad you guys
Ari's
came
really
to see
quiet. Okay,
us.
let me
We
turn
are
Ari back up.
No, don't turn me
with
back up.
people
I
you
will start
might
screaming sooner or later.
recognize.
It's fine.
I'll turn you up a little bit.
And we're
so
doing a
that they can
post-con
really
wrap
see you
right now.
properly.
Well, we're about to start, actually. We're about to start.
Just a
There's
little,
some
just a
technical
little bit.
difficulties. Do bear with
Just a
us.
little.
We are a
Hello,
very
everyone.
loud
Hello, everyone.
and
This is
obnoxious
Dream
group
Chat things.
when
We
we're all
really didn't
together.
mess everything up and we're late, and this feels exactly like Animefest itself.
Oh,
Like,
God.
I was like, deja vu.
Deja vu.
But the speed.
I was just telling everyone how once we're all put together in a group, we're very obnoxious. So, like, put up with us until we actually get started on the actual topic.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
about like
yeah,
what?
pretty
Give us like what?
much.
Five minutes. Hopefully not 10. 5 minutes is actually really lucky for us if we actually get stuff started within 5 minutes, but I doubt so. So 10 minutes. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like a whole half hour passed when like their first panel was when our first panel was supposed to. I got con woman. God damn it. Oh,
Okay. Well, now I
alright.
can't see because your head is in my
Yep,
way.
now your
I'm so
hat
sorry.
is just in Mika's
I'm
face.
sorry. I'm sorry. I
There's
got con woman.
you into the abyss over here, and then you can just be away from everyone else.
Oh,
I'm
goodbye.
vanished. Fight.
Okay, there you go. You're back now. Stop giving her her hat. Her hat's too big.
My
I know
hat is
she's
very
compensating
big.
for her boobs, but it's fine.
What the fuck?
You
What?
don't see
No,
my
it's
eyes, they
compensating
go
for
wide.
my what? What? What was that,
Wide.
Ren?
Wide.
Wide? Yeah, very
Yummy.
wide.
My
want me-
eyes
I'm
wide, but
touching it
okay.
Oh wait, no,
yes,
sorry,
wide.
sorry. I realized she's compensating for her height, not her boobs. It's
You
okay.
motherfucker.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
My god, this whole time Nika's just going off about my height. And I was like,
it's because you're short. It's fine.
I hate it
You don't
here.
need this.
I hate it here.
Nice.
I hate it.
Damn it.
You're right as well.
Wait, Zane, is your mic still dead? Oh no,
Yeah,
I think her mic has
it
died.
is. What the fuck happened, Sensei?
Say
You didn't
Oh,
even
no.
bring your mic to the convention. How did it die?
Oh wow, she's talking, but I can't hear her. Oh no. Well.
Oh no, this is like the con all over again.
Bop, 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 bop.
I,
Hey, shut up!
there.
Oh, hello.
I don't
You
know
got-
who
you
touched my mic while I was gone, but it's like hecking broken now.
We got
Oh,
connection. We
no.
got connection.
GG.
Alright, we got it again.
We got-
Ah.
Oh
Okay,
god.
there was
I
a
forget-
hood redeemed. There we go. Alright. Are we good? Alright, are we starting?
Okay. Okay, we're officially starting.
Okay, we're gonna start at the first day.
Oh my
my
god.
voice.
Good
So
do
I
first
guess
day.
this first day was more so us traveling.
Yeah.
True.
Traveling to the con. Alright, let's start there.
Okay. So Zane and I left. Well, we left We left for the convention earlier because we had to fly fucking forever. And my flight was pretty okay because I had a direct flight, and I
Oh no.
it's funny because I was like, oh, I don't want. Can I have a window seat? And they're like, sure. And they're like, it has no window though. And I went, that's okay. And then the flight attendant on the plane felt sorry for me, so they moved me to a whole row where I had it to myself.
Damn.
Hmm.
Bruh.
I don't even want to start talking about flights. I'm gonna get upset
Oh
again.
yeah. Zane did not have a good flight experience.
Let's not even talk about the flight itself. Let's talk about before the flight. Before the flight even happened, they were gonna make me switch two. They were gonna make me do 2 connecting flights. That was gonna take over 24 hours. And literally, I told Mika, if they're giving me this set of flights to go to America, I'm not going. It's that simple.
Yeah, it was like so many like switches, and I just looked at it and went, that's too many. So we're like, hey, can we not have this, please?
Yeah, it was very simple. If they give me that, I'm not going. And then they give me one with just 1 connecting, and even then, the day prior to the flight, Ori was like, hey, are you ready for the connecting flight? And I was like, what? And then what were some things you told me, Ori? I don't really remember.
This girl, love her to bit. Love her to bits, but god fucking damn. She's like, I've never been on a connecting flight or like somebody else handle it. And I'm like, you need to, when you do a connecting flight, you have to go to the gate. Like when you first land, if you're not on the same flight, like the plane's not going to go to your final destination. You have to get your ass off the plane and go to the next gate that you need to get on. And usually you cannot check into that second flight until you get to the gate, right?
Right. I figured that we did need to like get off the plane, but I didn't know that we had to like go to the gate to like tell them like, hey, I'm here. So I said that, and Ori was like going off on me.
I'm like, girl, you're gonna miss your flight because you didn't walk to the goddamn gate. I was like, where are you gonna go?
To be fair, it does depend. Some flights will do the whole way. Like my one on the way back was the whole way back. Like I didn't have to check my stuff in. But a lot of places you have to go out, go through customs again with all your luggage, check in.
Oh, so is that what you had
It's
to
very
do for
annoying.
your going there? Did you have to like
No,
get
'cause
your
we're going
checked
there was one
baggage?
flight. Going there was only one
Alright.
flight. So
So that
thankfully
didn't
not.
happen to any of us, actually. So there was no checking and rechecking in of luggage. But gosh,
Thankfully.
even
Unless
after
you
I got
really-
on the goddamn flight, I am unleashed. I am swearing. I don't give a shit. Okay, I'm upset. It's early. I just woke up. I'm still jet lagged. What do you want from me?
He's dying.
She's going.
There was a child
Oh my
on
god,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
the 16-hour, 11, 12-hour flight that every few seconds he was sitting 2 seats next to me. He was laying sprawled on 2 seats, like his head on his own seat and then his legs on his father's seat. And he had 2 screens, mind you, 2 screens. One was the airplane seat screen, and one was like a phone screen that his dad was holding up to him. And every 4 or 5 seconds, he would open his mouth and he would go, "Ah!" I don't know if Discord caught that, but
I caught it.
that. Imagine that
Just
12-hour
constantly.
flight of everyone trying to sleep, the lights lowered, and this child 3 seats away from you, screaming. Or every now and then, just go, "Ah." I am a teacher that teaches all ages. I have taught all ages, and I was this close to getting up, not only smacking him, but also smacking his parents and going, "What are you doing?"
Oh boy. Yeah, not great, not great.
Okay, I'm calm.
Do we
good.
not have music to listen to? I mean, music is, you know, you
Music?
can have music, but even then,
You don't need
like,
music, just Ori to unmute and you'll have music.
What?
Look,
Why
the thing
me?
is, even if you have music, screaming
Oh,
child
music.
right next to you is
Oh,
still gonna be heard. Like even unless you have like the really good expensive microphone, like the
Yeah.
microphone headphones. And Zane
I had the airline ones.
forgot her headphones.
I didn't forget them. I
Oh,
thought I didn't need to
you-
bring them.
We told you to bring them.
Oh, you did?
Oh my,
Yeah.
this bitch.
Yeah, we did.
My lord. My lord.
Oh,
Sensei!
dear.
You know what else? That I also forgot. That was very funny.
Before we
my
get
God.
there, do you have any traveling to stories to tell, Ori, before we get there?
Before we get to
We'll
that whole
get
thing.
there.
Before we
because
get to
I'm
day
so-
1?
I only have my travel stories coming back.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Miko,
going there
was not
did
that
we not
bad.
get to you on anything for traveling too?
Well, we do still have one other thing. So
Okay.
it feeds into something with you. But so I arrived, and because I had to arrive on my Australian passport, right?
Ah.
So I get there, and I'm like, okay, customs, yeah, sure. Be like, Moji, there's no fucking aircon, and it is hot as fuck. And I then proceeded to be in customs lines for 2 hours. 2 hours. Just standing in line, fucking sweating my ass off. And then, like, I finally got out, and the driver's there waiting to collect us. So he collects me, and he's like, wow, that was a really long time. Like, yeah, the customs, it was terrible because it's the foreign travels, right? Because I couldn't do, like, the special pre-check or whatever. And then the thing is, like, Zane was supposed to arrive a couple of hours after me. She arrived while I was still in the airport.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh shit, is the driver gonna be able to get back in time? Because he had to drop me off, then go get another guest, drop them off, and then get Zane. And I was like to the comm staff, I was like, hey, the driver is saying he might be late to get Zane. Maybe we should do something else instead. So I got dropped off the hotel. We went up to we didn't even have access to our rooms yet. Had to throw all my stuff into a random room. I also forgot my headphones in the driver's car by accident, and drop all that stuff off. And then we're like rushing to go get Zane, and we're already late because this fucker didn't have to go through customs like I did.
What?
She took like 10 minutes
What?
because of her passport.
Because of the differences in our passport.
Right, because of the difference in the passport.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh.
I spent
I'm
2
not
hours
Australian.
at customs hell. 2 hours at customs hell, and she just gets through, just like she's like,
was
"Oh,
like-
I'm outside now."
Yeah,
What do you mean
yeah,
you're
yeah.
outside?
Mika and Zozo kept telling me, "Oh, remember to like memorize the address of Zozo's place so that if they ask you questions, you can get through." Because
Oh,
Mika
yeah.
was like, So they asked you questions, right, Mika? You go first.
Yeah. So they're like, "Oh yeah, so what are you doing here?" I was like, "Oh, I'm here, and see friends, etc., etc." And then they're like, "Okay, where are you? Like where?" I was like, it's called the Sheraton Hotel." And he's like, "Yeah, but where?" I'm like, starts like opening phone to Google the address. He's like, "Is
Hope
it in
you're doing
Dallas?" I was
well.
like,
We're
"Oh, yes,
starting
in
in,
Dallas." He's like, "There's more than one
post-con
hotel." I
wrap-up
was like,
of what
I didn't
happened
know
during the
that. I just thought
convention.
it was the day.
We're only just
I didn't
starting.
know
We're
it
talking
was-
about
I
traveling
didn't
there
know it
right
was
now.
French. I'm sorry.
I hope you've been
He's
well.
like,
I
"Okay,
missed
here's your
all
shit,
of you
goodbye." I was like,
so
"Okay, bye."
much. You have no idea.
He got so mad that I didn't immediately like say Dallas. I was like, you said where? I was like, okay, pulling up the address.
Where?
Meanwhile,
Suspicious.
meanwhile, Zane.
Meanwhile,
Zane.
I got there. I was like, "Oh, that line's very long. Oh, that's the foreign passport line." And then it's skiddy-diddy-doo. And then I walked past to the other line.
No way.
And then I went to the other line. And then they're like, and I'm like,
How dare
okay.
you say skill issue? Fuck you.
Zozo's place. Okay, because like both Mika and Zozo like told me about it, so I'm like, okay, I have it memorized in my head, and I was like, okay, how do I tell them so that in a way it's very natural? Okay, so I tell them the address, but then I don't tell them like the flat number or the street number because then I have the zip code. So I'm like, okay, this is fine. This is casual. I get to the line, and then they come in. I go in. And I'm like, hi. And then they're like, hi, passport please. I'm like, give them a passport. And they're like, okay, stand over there for a picture. I'm like, stand over there. And then they looked at my passport. They looked at me and they're like, all right, cool. You're good to go. I'm like,
Bye.
huh?
Not even a question.
Not even a question.
Not a singular question.
I was like, oh.
This bitch wasn't interrogated. What?
And then I got out texting Zozo and Mika like, oh, I'm out.
And meanwhile, Zozo and I are like rushing to get back, and then there was like crashes on the
Hydrate,
road
got
too, so
it.
everything was slower. Oh god, that was day 0. That wasn't even like day 1. That was us just getting there, and already so much had happened.
That should set the tone for the rest of
Oh, it
It really
sure
did.
did,
Okay.
honestly.
Okay, yeah,
And then
but here's the
Ori
thing,
landed.
right? No, Ori landed the next day. Yeah, but here's the thing. So I wake up Thursday morning, getting ready to, because we were going to go have Texas barbecue, and then we are going to go shoot guns. So they'll take us to the gun range. I wake up Thursday morning to a message from Zane going, I forgot my laptop charger. Zozo is taking me to go get a replacement.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, I remember this because I remember that she messaged me and it was like, she was like, oh no, laptop charger. And I'm like, what? Yeah. And I'm like, Sensei, Zane, I told you about this laptop charger. I told you. You put your laptop. Did you get your charger? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to put it later.
She didn't put it later.
She
did
did
not.
not.
She didn't put it later.
Spoiler, she did not. And then was like, I'm awake. And I'm like, Zozo said we're going to go drive out to get the charger. And like, Jesus. Okay.
I got to
So I
experience
wake up,
Micro
she's
Center.
gone.
It was big. Sounds like Sensei, honestly. Rude.
I'm a little jealous that you got to go to Micro Center and I didn't, because I hear
Oh
about
my
it all the
god,
time.
Micro
and I
Center
wanted to
was
see.
so cool.
If anyone who doesn't know, Micro Center is like a really, really big computer parts store. You can buy like all sorts of stuff to build a computer there, or like get chargers and other things like that, monitors, all that good stuff.
There was so much stuff that I didn't understand, and the shelves were all so tall. I was like, okay, I'm used to like my own supermarkets and like stores, so like walking into like an American Walmart in the Micro Center is like, these shelves are so tall. How would Ori feel?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I have multiple times on multiple occasions have climbed a shelf to get there.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
I have actually had to literally climb things. So
Jeez.
But
I've learned.
no,
I've become
yeah.
very efficient in climbing shelves.
Oh God. Thankfully, we did find a replacement for my laptop, so I could use it for the actual stuff.
Yeah, I'm just adjusting Zane so that she's not stuck to me.
Stuck.
There we go.
There you go. Now you have a Zane stuck to you.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to stuck to me. Otherwise, she moves around too much.
Oh right, so the
Ari's a
27th
work and health
was-
safety hazard waiting to happen.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, hey! It's not my fault that everyone, like, America's built for 6-foot people. Okay, I'm not built for that. All right. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't have friends that are. All my friends that are tall moved out of my state. So the only other way is if I grab some random person's like arm and use it as leverage. Okay, I ain't about to do
Oh dear.
I believe
That thing
27th
was actually very
was
fun though.
like... 27th was when Ori wasn't here yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ari came in the evening.
Oh.
But we went out and had barbecue, which was really good.
We
Oh my
had it
god,
at
we
the
got taken to
Pecan Lounge.
Pecan Lodge.
Lodge.
Is it lounge or lounge?
I don't know.
Trying to look at the photo. Hold on.
We have photos.
On lounge.
Pecan Lounge, is that right?
And
Is it
pecan,
lounge? Lodge?
Launch?
Lodge. It's lodge. It's there's a D. There's it's lodge. It's lodge.
There's
Lodge?
a D.
Lodge.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Wow, there's a D.
Can't believe I
So-
missed
so-
out on that.
Yeah, so what happened was the convention took us out and they were like, order whatever you would like. Yeah, we ordered a lot.
Killed you.
We ordered so much food.
I can't really see what number picture it is. Oh, it might be stream safe, but it's 2378 is the one I'm about to pull on to the screen.
Ah, yep, I see it. Okay, let me-
2378. If it will work, that is, plus.
Hold on,
Plus-
I'm gonna, oh jeez.
Can I just?
Huh?
Oh, I can make a comment of this. Can I?
You can make a comment on this. Oh my gosh, Ori commentating.
Yeah.
Let me bring it up on my side too so you can all see it.
I need to turn this. Nope, wrong way.
There it is.
Which is the right way? I don't know. Just use your eyeballs. There you go,
There
guys.
it is. Yeah.
This is
Wow.
the Pecan Lodge order that we got. There
Yeah.
was like what did we order?
We got brisket, we got burnt ends, we got the giant beef ribs. Those things were huge, by the way.
Listen,
Like
I
they were,
saw the
they were
giant beef
gigantic.
ribs on YouTube. Like someone made a YouTube video about it, and I was like, I just literally pointed. It was like a month or two before us going to Texas, and I was like, Mika, when we get there, I need this. I need to put this in my hands.
Yeah. We got southern fried chicken. We also got some peach cobbler and mac and cheese. And
No
also, I
cornbread.
got a sausage.
We didn't get cornbread. Yeah, I didn't manage to get cornbread before leaving.
Yeah, we didn't
no.
know.
It was
we
too
didn't know- so-
rushed.
Yeah, for context, we got told about cornbread, and we were gonna
Yeah.
try, but we ran out of time.
Sag.
The mac and
Sad.
cheese was super good though at the
Oh, it was so
Pecan
good.
Lodge
Mhm.
thing.
It was like really creamy and just like so tasty.
Oh.
It was.
It was so tasty that Ari stole the rest of
I
Zane's.
stole the rest of it.
She stole my mac and cheese.
Yes,
Like I remembered like 2 seconds before. I was like, wait, Mika, don't let Ori take my mac and cheese. Ori with a face full of mac and cheese. Oh,
Oh, do you know what's even better, Zane? There was still some left after that. She just finished it anyway.
No, would you out me? I
it's
know.
fine. I wouldn't have eaten if she started on it anyway.
Yeah.
No,
No.
see, the thing is, no. If we're gonna talk about that, if we're gonna talk about the fact that I ate her fucking mac and cheese, you know what
No.
Mika did?
No,
You know what
you
fucking
did
Mika
not.
did?
Oh no.
I did nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bitch.
Nani? Nani?
Okay, so Zane was not here. I think I don't know why I think it's because when I landed, like they already had done the. Oh wait, do you want to talk about the gun shooting thing first?
Oh yeah, we probably should before we get too distracted. So after we had
Pecan
this, we went.
March.
Zane and I went and shot a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
And Zane was very partial to the sniper rifle. Surprise, surprise.
Oh god.
It was a bolt action sniper too. It was really good.
It was fun. Like you shoot
Yeah.
and then you aim and then you have to pull up the thing and then
you
you pull it back and then you pull it forward again and then pull it down and then you can shoot again. I think that's what bolt action means, but then I just explained to you the action.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
I have pictures of it, but I need to find the right one to pull up.
Remind me to never get on the wrong side of Zane if she took a liking to a sniper.
That is a bolt action. Let's
My
go.
favorite was the shotgun. We got to fire like a bunch of handguns, including a revolver. We tried an AR-10. I also tried some shotguns, including the ones you see the cops have in the movies, the semi-auto shotguns.
Mm,
I
have,
did
like, the
not
pump action
try
where you
any
go-
of the shotguns. I saw Mika use it, and I was like, I'm out.
to be fair, like the shotguns, they didn't bruise me, but like you could see afterwards, you could see where they had hit because like there was like a little bit of
Yeah, with
like-
shotguns.
yeah, there was like a
Yeah.
little bit of the recoil is strong on a shotgun, shall we say?
Shotgun recoil is really bad.
It's really smack.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
This
You
one's
have to
mine
be
now.
careful.
I was
Oh,
really
yeah,
close
that
to
one.
just going like, hey, can I have it now? Is this mine now? It's mine now, right?
No.
Considering how expensive the guns are, probably not a good idea.
Can't tell what model it is from this angle. I'm sure I can actually
It was
get the model, but
Cressmore, I think it was. Cressmore?
I don't remember.
Hold on.
Could probably ask. We
Creedmoor.
have
It
other
might have been-
pictures, but we're gonna have to edit those before we show you guys.
Yeah, because we're in them. All right, let me see. Let me just pull this up so I can share my side as well.
Mm,
Dude, the amount of bullets on the floor is crazy.
yes.
That was
Oh,
from like a bunch of
yeah.
people. That was from like a bunch of people.
Yeah,
That
they
just-
didn't like all
Okay,
clean it up after us, though.
yeah.
Did you say Murica at all? Ah, shoot! What a wasted opportunity. We should have went Murica.
Yeah, we did not do that.
I'm trying
So
to
this is
find
this gun that
sheet.
Zane really liked. I don't think we have any the photos of the shotgun by itself.
I do. No,
Oh,
I
you
did.
do? Okay.
If you look in our collaboration, I think it's one you posted it. Mika.
Oh, that's the cop gun shotgun,
Oh,
but not the
not the Big Bang
not-
Bang one.
no, not the Big Bang Bang one.
Got it. Let me see.
Just really funny because like if you ever seen how like the full manual shotguns work, where you have to like crack them and then like it pops the shells out.
Yeah.
I did that, and the range instructor behind us was standing a little too close. Him in the face. He got hit in the face with them.
No.
Yeah, plus Mika didn't know, so like he popped it open.
And it just
it
went
went
whoosh. Like I thought it would just like pop out a little bit, but it just like full pelt just like smacked into his face.
Oh,
Beach loading
no.
shotgun is what it's called, according to people who've had stuff. Alright, here. This is the cop
Pump actions
gun.
are fun. Oof.
Breach loading, cool.
That's the one where you
Ooh.
crack it in half and it's like to shove the two in.
Right.
Mhm.
Ah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, breach loading. Okay. At least it didn't get stuck in your shirt. True. I did also technically maybe have broken a gun. It's kind of.
No, you only broke
mean?
the pin, right?
Yeah. So one of the handguns that we had, I fired one shot, and then I was like, okay, and I fired it again, and then nothing happened. I just immediately I turned my head to
Yeah.
look at the instructor, and then I put the gun down and I backed away, and I was told that is the correct thing to do. Apparently the firing pin broke, which technically is not my fault. It's just
firing
really
pin,
funny
there we
that
go.
it's just funny that it happened to be like the one thing that
Ma.
Yeah. But here, I found it. So I used this gun, right? And then this is the results.
Oh yeah, the shooting.
I got pretty close. Like some of them landed in the circle. That's pretty close. Like
That's
some
close
of them
enough.
landed in the
No,
circle.
that is close.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's like one on the pig, one below the pig, 2 on the rabbits, 1 beneath the middle rabbit. The circles, I could hit the middle 2, and then the ducks. The ducks didn't like me. If you can see, the 3 bullets were all beneath the duck. I didn't hit the duck at all.
Yeah, I can see that. But
And then
just
on my
focus, yeah.
screen, I have like the shotgun, and I didn't need to aim. I just had to aim in the general direction of the paper.
But I
yeah.
did, yeah. They also told me like it was easier with a sniper rifle to aim.
The sniper was actually really quite satisfying to aim, like in terms of using the scope and all that. So
True. The
Ducky
scope
says, "Thank you
wasn't
for not shooting me, Zane."
Aw, it's okay. I mean, if you wanted to, you just had to stand like all the way over there. I would be glad
boy.
to. It'd be my honor.
Hi Cam, yes, firearms. We got to shoot guns while we're in the US because America. I really liked the breach shotgun. It was very heavy. The guns were a lot heavier than I expected.
Oh my gosh, I could not hold up. For those of you who've been here a while, you've seen Zane play Resident Evil, right? If not, well, look it up on YouTube. Google it.
Go give her those view hours.
So I've always been partial to the sniper rifle, and like Kana did a really nice piece of art for me where I was holding the sniper rifle and I was trying to replicate that position. So I lifted this gun off this table here, yeah? And I was trying to hold it in that pose. And then I almost hecking dropped it. It was like, oh,
this one
it was so heavy.
Yeah, they were quite heavy. Do we not have firing ranges in Australia? I mean, we probably do, but we don't have the kind of guns that we got to play around with. Like, they didn't have things like this. Sorry.
Let's see. Oh.
Yeah,
that was the shooting.
Yeah, and we got to keep souvenirs.
You got to keep souvenirs.
I was gonna allude to it afterwards, saying you have to like cut me off right away.
No, can't believe they've done this.
You put it in your damn pocket, girl.
You didn't tell me to do anything. Nobody told me anything about where to put it. Nobody told me where to put it. So I was like, I'll keep it out in the open so that it's clear and everyone can see where it is instead of hiding it away.
Oh boy. Okay, so for context, we got to keep souvenirs. So I kept a shotgun shell, and Zane kept a shell from the sniper rifle. However, she kept it in her carry-on versus in her luggage, her checked luggage. And when she got to Japan, she caused a bit of a kerfuffle.
No, TSA was fine. I showed TSA, they looked at us, and then they were like, cool.
That's because they're Americans.
Anyways. That's for when we get back. A bit of a kerfuffle. Yeah, that's for when we get back. All right.
Yeah.
Moving the date to 28th?
Wait. We haven't talked about Ari arriving.
That's the 28th, no?
No, it's the 27th.
Oh.
It was the evening, remember? The 28th is day one of the con.
Oh, that was when we had the laundry kerfuffle.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so we were like, let's do some laundry, before the convention, so we'll have some extra clean clothes. Because both of us took only like a small amount of clothes.
Yeah, and we were told we had
like,
to wash our clothes after the gun range.
Yeah, because like the lead and stuff. So we're like, well, we may as well do laundry now because we've got like a couple of clothes from travel and we've got some clothes that are need to be washed anyway. And
at the same time, Ori was coming in. So we were like, oh, we have an hour-ish. We should be able to finish our laundry before Ori gets here.
Well, famous last words. We got down there and there was like the little coin things on all of them. So we're like, oh, okay. And there was like a sign saying, if you need quarters, go to the front desk. So we went to the front desk And they're like, oh, we don't give any. I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. And so we went to like the market. There's like a little in the hotel. There was like a little marketplace. So like, okay, let's try that then. And they wouldn't give us quarters there either.
No quarters,
they also had
no
no detergent.
detergent.
Oh my god.
So we messaged the con staff, and the con staff was like, oh hey, let me come have a look, and also I have detergent, so you can borrow that.
So
So we
she
went back.
went down to the lobby to ask for us. And then, unlike what the lobby staff told us, it was like, oh, we have no quarters or detergent for you guys. Which, if you ask someone that, of course we're doing laundry. Oh,
Yeah.
But she went to the the person who went to the con staff was like, oh, the laundry machines are actually all free. It's like, you could have told us that!
Yeah. So it turns out they were actually free. So we went back up, and we started doing laundry. And also when we were there was like a lot of people in there, and they were really chatty. So we kind of were like,
Hiding in the corner.
hiding. Yeah. So we started doing laundry, and then Ori arrived. So Zane went down to get Ori while I watched our stuff.
And I was like, Ori, where are you? And Ori was like, I'm sitting down at the lobby. I'm like, how do I recognize you apart from Asian?
Apart from Asian! This
Oh
bitch
my
sounds like
God.
you've never seen me. Like, oh my god. I have stories about landing though, not gonna.
Oh, do it.
Oh, yes, do tell.
Great tell.
Okay, the thing is, right, like, I'm gonna out myself a little bit hard. But like,
Don't.
low
Be careful.
Don't dox
No,
yourself.
I'm not gonna actually full out myself, but like TLDR, right? Like I'm very
Mhm.
petite and like not too petite, but like literally, since I was technically a 1+1, there was no like, there was no driver, right? So I had two choices to get from the airport to the hotel that they were staying in, where the convention was. So
Yeah.
it's either I Ubered myself and potentially get freaking kidnapped by thine driver, or I take public transit and then pray to God I don't get kidnapped on that. So deadass, I went through public transportation, right? But like when I went through public transportation, I had to take the bus to the train to like the dart station, and then
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure no one was manning the dart station, and it was like a, pay. It's supposed to be like $3 to actually get onto the train, but like I don't think I saw anybody, and I don't know if I was supposed to actually pay it or not. So like I was just like, okay,
Yes.
Oh
Did
my
you,
gosh,
did
a
you,
criminal.
Did you skip out on the? Oh my god, a criminal, a theft.
Criminal.
Bruh, in chat.
I didn't, because like what happened was that on the bottom was the ticket, but on top was where all the trains were. So I was like, I already got up to the top half, and I was like, where am I going? I was like, where am I going? I'm like, oh, where's the ticket thing? And I'm like, oh shit, it's not there. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta go back down. So I went back down, and I was like trying to give money, and I was just like, and then I was like, wait, where am I going? So I did get a ticket. I did not get a ticket, but then I was like low confused as fuck, and I'm like, wait, okay, got it. Okay, I go back up, and I'm like, what is happening? It is hot as balls. Why is the
It wasn't that hot. You guys kept saying it was hot.
It was so hot.
It was not hot.
So just
Somebody
to
please,
backtrack
somebody-
just a little bit. So when I arrived, I stepped outside and I was like, holy shit. So I messaged Ari because she was awake, right? Because Zane was still traveling. And I was like, I just messaged Ari, fuck me, it's hot.
No,
and then when she came in the next day, she basically she was like shit, you're right.
And then there was me when I stepped out. I was like, ooh, toasty.
That's because you're insane.
No, it was
Can
very
somebody-
nice. Yes.
Can somebody please tell me
Yeah.
what was the temperature?
It was
It was
nice.
like 42 C.
Listen,
Thank you.
Ren,
But
it's
like
not
that's normal.
humid at all. It was
It
like,
wasn't humid, but it's still
it's
really
not
hot.
humid. It was just like a very warm toasty on the skin.
It was
I was
dry
like,
heat.
ooh, it's so
Ugh.
nice.
Warm
No.
and
Yeah.
not humid?
I
No.
know, it was so nice.
It was no.
The
Bloody, I
Asians.
was wearing long sleeves because the goddamn where I left was colder, and I like came out and I was like literally like sweating buckets. I wore a white shirt, and I'm pretty sure it was see through by the end of it. I was like,
Oh my god.
shit.
Oh,
A free show, wow.
Wow.
Because I had to walk from place to place, and I like got on the dart. Why is the train so tiny? Why are your guys' things so tiny? I'm tiny, but
Yep,
damn,
that's
that
what
was
she
tiny.
said.
I mean,
You
considering
can't
it's also Texas too, you would think it would be bigger because like isn't it the thing like everything is bigger in Texas or whatever?
right?
Except for the
We've been lied
trains.
to.
Except for the
trains,
trains,
I guess.
apparently.
Yeah.
I see. But
Public
yeah,
transportation's an exception.
Mhm.
God damn it!
Mm.
Ah!
But yeah, so
Oh, it's funny
wait.
because we all drive. Valid.
Drive. Okay, you drive. Okay, that makes
Mm.
sense. All right.
I went to
And
pick
then,
up
well, you made
Ori.
it to us.
Ori
but-
was like, big hat. And I'm like, I walk down to the lobby. I'm like, looks around. I'm like, big hat. I see her. And then she's like, and then she sees me. And then I'm like, no, just come over. I'm not going over there. And then she
While
starts,
this is
she
happening-
starts making a run. And I'm like, steps back, steps back, steps back, steps back, steps back.
She literally like freaking in the elevator. She's like, "You're everything I imagined you to be."
Man, and then like while this was happening, right? Because I was still in the laundry watching our stuff. Because like technically we could leave it, but I don't trust no one to fucking not touch our laundry and shit. So I'm sitting there just waiting, and then this lady who's there is also just starts trying to talk to me, and I'm like, please, just leave me alone. She's like, oh, where are you from? Why are you here? You doing this, that. I'm just like, please, God, please let me out of here.
We got back
No,
and
I
she
don't
was
wanna be
also
here.
asking us like, you here for the anime stuff, right? And we're like, yeah.
Yeah, we totally are.
The anime
She
stuff.
asked me where I was from. I said New Zealand, so that it was like less likely for her to pick up that it was
Oh my
me.
gosh,
Like,
New Zealand.
but then okay, so Ori hadn't eaten, so we tapped
Tagged
off.
out,
So
and I
yeah, so
stayed
we
in the
tagged out.
laundry room, and then Mika went with Ori because I picked up Ori, so now Mika gets to go badger Ori instead.
Go feed her. Yeah. So we went upstairs to where so for when we had Tabasco's barbecue, we still had a lot left over because obviously there was a lot of food even between 4 people. So we had taken the leftovers with us. So we took one of the shared sections left, and we went and heated that up in the so there was like a green room for like all the guests. So we went to the microwave and started heating it up. And then Ari started eating the mac and cheese, and that's when we got the message from Zay being like, hey, please don't eat my mac and cheese. And we're like, oh. because okay, so here's the instructions she gave us. She said her food was in the bottom. My food, so my leftover food was in front on the top shelf, and then behind was the 2 shared ones. She didn't say that in the shared ones, her mac and cheese was in there as well.
Because it didn't fit in my box.
Because she didn't tell us. It didn't fit in her box, so we didn't know. So it was like really late.
Like the thing was, I think the first thing I looked at, I'm like, ooh, mac and cheese.
Yeah, literally. Or she's like, ooh, mac and cheese.
Ooh, mac and cheese. No, but the greatest thing about it, right?
Nah, that was it. That was all that happened.
No, Mika. No. You're upside down on my screen for a reason, Mika. Because you know.
Bitch.
The good old joke about Australia being upside down, right? Is that Mika embodied it within the first hour of meeting Mika IRL. Because deadass, you know, like those Ziploc bags, right? There was a Ziploc bag worth of utensils, right? I'm trying to like put everything into the thing, and I'm trying to check everything. And I look up, and Mika is holding the bag of utensils in the Ziploc bag upside down, and was like, "Oh, time to open it." I guess. I'd open it bottom, and I'm like, "It's a Ziploc bag." Upside down, you dumbass.
Okay. Here's the thing. To be fair.
No. No.
Okay.
I don't really think there's any defense in that, Mika.
Okay,
Upside down Ziploc
Bag is
bag.
upside down.
Try.
Okay.
Try.
So here's the
Pious.
thing. Here's the thing. Okay. So what happened was
Uh-huh.
I picked up the bag, right? And I was holding it with one hand. My hand was covering where the Ziploc bag part was. So I like looked at both sides, and because I thought it was one of those bags that is just sealed on all sides.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just rip it then. And that's when I pulled my hand away to rip at the bag, not realizing that my hand had been covering the Ziploc part.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Or the fact that I pointed out, I was like, Mika, it's a Ziploc bag.
Hey, I didn't rip the bag. Shut up. It was just that I was thinking about it.
I like literally, if I didn't check, like if I didn't see 1 second like faster, I would have turned around and just saw the whole bag, just like all the contents split out.
Okay, to be completely honest, it didn't really matter because all the cutlery was sealed in its own little bags anyway, so it would have made that much of a difference regardless.
Okay, that is a relief.
It is a relief, but also
But also,
I can't
Bliss.
see it, but I am shaking my head as well.
Bliss.
Blizz,
Bliss.
Blizz,
Please,
Bliss.
Blizz,
Bliss.
Blizz.
just
I
look
don't-
around.
Bliss.
Who the
Look
fuck
around the
uses
bag.
Blizz? Please,
Bliss.
no.
Bliss.
Mika, you play those RPG games where you have to like turn everything around. Do we not learn from that, Mika?
Right? Like the room? You like kind of turn everything around.
Look, I was too busy trying to get utensils for the poor one starving next to me.
I'm starving. I was starving. Did not eat the whole day, and then was like, "Oh, I landed in Texas. Walked about. I think I walked like 2 miles, and then was like, I'm hungry
Dude.
and I'm like, please let me eat."
Ooh,
That was
like,
also a good tone setter for Ori's soon to come days.
Dude, it really was. Holy shit! I got the wrong shoes. Look at it.
Ari picked the wrong fucking shoes, man.
I know
Ori
they said
sure
like, you know,
did.
you gotta like, and Texas is all spread out, but I did not think they would actually like. It's actually so far from each other.
Yeah. Oh my god. So okay, so then what we did was we okay, so Ari had her food. We went back and got our laundry. We went upstairs, right? And then we kind of just chilled for the rest of the night, didn't we?
Oh, I don't
I don't remember anything
What did we
in
do that
particular.
night?
Was it that night that we watched Myth? I don't think so, right? I think that was the next night.
Was it Kazui?
Kazui.
Right, yes, we watched Kazui.
Kazui.
Wait, was it already Kazui?
I think
Yeah, it was. That's right, because it had dropped while Zane and I were in the plane.
Oh wait, sorry. You guys did Kazui. Gomen.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We watched it and we were like, holy shit! Because oh boy, that video was sure something.
Yep, we watched Kazui and then Ori
Kazui.
stayed with Mika that night.
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm.
I slept with Mika. Oh my god.
Say it like that.
Don't say it like that, Ori. Jesus.
She's been saying it like that this whole time.
Yes, I have.
Of course, it's Ori. Typical.
Did you expect me to do anything less?
No.
Hee
Alright, I am
no,
moving our
I
date.
bullied
then.
Ari with kind words that night.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that. I've been bullied. I can't believe it.
And then the first day was convention day 1. Yay!
Yay!
And the fight for my life on that day.
Convention day 1.
Oh my god. Okay, so at least on my side, everyone can see the thumbnail for my stream. And I posted it as a thumbnail for on Twitter as well. That picture that Ren drew, that came from the events of that day.
Absolutely. I was only interested in, what's that? Immortalizing history. As
Okay, so
accurate as possible.
Yeah, so our first panel was indie, like VTubing as an indie group plus Ari, because Ari is basically like an unofficial official member at this point. So
I
it was
didn't agree
myself,
to this.
Oh,
Zane.
okay,
Oh,
bye. Okay, I guess I will.
okay.
Okay,
Okay,
all
sorry,
right.
Ari. I guess
Okay,
you're out.
okay, bye guys. I guess okay. Goodbye, guys. Ending stream. Goodbye.
But yes, it was myself, Zane, Ari, and Ren. And we're in the panel room 1, which is like a really big room, and they had like a thing. They had like a screen set up for us, like so that people couldn't see us. So they had like big banners, and we had like a table to set up everything on. And then we discovered something very important. So we were planning to use the convention Wi-Fi, but due to the security, we couldn't connect our phones to our Vtuber studio. So I had to use my Wi-Fi for Zane and I. So I was using my data that I had bought for the trip, so that we could connect to our computers.
Yeah, so despite the fact that technically I had more data than Mika, because mine is unlimited, but it's a lot slower than Mika's, so we had to use Mika's.
You don't. No. That's not the first part that went. That. Well, okay, that was the first part that that went wrong, and then the whole the see. I think while Mika and like Zane were worrying about like the Wi-Fi connection to their models and to the computer. With
Yeah,
all
let's
the
just say there was a
Wi-Fi
lot to worry about.
They were worrying about that. I was worrying about getting the goddamn computer from the second floor to the first floor, and because it was like I was like, they were just like, oh god, what are we gonna do? Like we're gonna put this in there, and I was like literally sitting there like I'm like huffed in like computer after PC trying to get it up and down.
Oh Lord.
And this was before we had access to the freight, like, or the back end, like, house, like, elevator. So I sat and, like, stood there with a cart, standing next to the parking lot where the hot air was coming into my face, waiting for the elevator to come by. But because everybody was, like, coming in and out of the elevator, it took so long, and I sat there with all the PC shit, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going.
I didn't know that. You didn't tell me about that.
I didn't know that either.
Because it was like the first day, and then like freaking like the person that we were helping, right, was like, I need to go to the restroom. I'll meet you downstairs. And I'm like, okay.
And then you didn't know where to go and how to get to the stairs. Got it.
Oh,
and then I came out, and then they were like, hi, and I'm like, oh my god, okay, hi.
Oh my god.
But I did like wait like 20-ish minutes waiting for that elevator to come up. I was like, please. It was only literally one floor down, but like we couldn't use the escalator because I was carrying like PC and a like the what's it called,
monitor and
monitors
and cables and headphones.
And I was like, so that was the other end of it.
And then okay, so we got everything down. The computers were up and running. We had our connection, and then we tried to use VNet.
And then we tried to use VNet.
Now, so really important thing when it comes to VNet, which is what we're using right now. You have to have a strong connection for VNet to be able to upload and download models to every participant.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there is an app.
So the ping on VNet was in the thousands.
It was great. It was so high, you know? High numbers are good.
High numbers are good numbers, right?
Yeah.
Like literally, like I loaded on Zane's side and Zane loaded up on mine, but then Ari didn't upload on any of us, and then we didn't upload to Ari's at all. And so we kind of were like, okay, we're running out of time. This is not good. And then in the end we just gave up and we're like, okay, let's do OBS Ninja. But because it was still on Wi-Fi.
And it was OBS
because
Ninja.
It was still on Wi-Fi and it was OBS Ninja. Let's just say Ari was in a crisp 144p quality.
She certainly was.
For the entire panel.
I was so crispy. So crispy. It was so crispy, guys.
Which is why in the art she's pixelated.
Let me make a side comment about this. So Kana saw this art as well, and they were like, I was waiting for the picture to load up only to realize that is it. That's it. That's exactly it. They were just sitting there staring at the screen and like wondering when it's gonna clear up.
I thought that did.
What's really funny
the
too?
Picture. Ren, did you tag it properly?
It's in our fan art channel as well.
Yeah. What do you mean I tag it properly? What?
I can't find it in MLC.
He didn't enter our tags, no. No, he did the wrong tag. It was 2023, not 23.
What? No! I
Yeah.
tagged it correctly.
No, it's MLC AF 2023.
I did!
No, you tagged
What?
it MLC AF23.
But that was what I was so I would in other like your other posts. I
2023.
only copied.
Zane
I
accidentally
did
posted the
it
wrong
wrong by
one.
one of my posts were wrong, the others were all correct. And you happened to look at the one post of mine that was wrong.
Darn.
So,
Oh well.
But yeah, so there's like different things happening for every person because so for Zane, she's like being drowned and like shoving her drink into her mouth. And the reason for
because my
that
stream deck was next to Ori, and Ori kept pushing all of my buttons, and I was like, "Stop it!" And I would smack her, and she would scream.
Right there. It was. I could not press the button. It was right there.
it's very
Yes,
funny.
so
And
everybody was like having their turn talking, and then you would see Zane kind of like
being just being
hydrating.
like waterboarded.
What does this button do? Touch. Exactly. That's literally what it was. Button.
And the reason why I'm blurry is let me recreate this scene. Give me 1 second. So I was using I was using Zozo's computer who had been testing, and because the y-axis was set up a certain way, I was doing this.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, I can't see. Wait. Just about that.
You
Wait.
don't do it here.
Wait. You
But
gotta.
basically, he's doing what I do, like whenever I lean back.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Look at there he goes. There he goes.
Yum.
So we had to. So I was just zooming. I was just zooming back and forth.
He really was. He really was. Also, if you notice, like Mika has like his phone out because your phone needed to charge.
Oh yeah, I was like desperately trying to get a phone charger. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, because okay, my phone was at 100% charge, but because I was the internet for both Zane and myself, and I was also using VTube Studio, my phone battery just went boom. I was like grabbing my other phone, like desperately messaging, be like, "Hey, can someone bring me a phone charger?" Because we didn't expect to need to use it, right? I didn't bring my charger with me, so I was like desperately trying to get a charger from someone. Because the thing is, if my phone had died, I lost face tracking. That's fine, but it was also the internet for us.
Yeah. So I yeeted Mika my entire power bank. Was like, just use this one.
Yeah.
That was a great start, wasn't it?
And then I have the megaphone because so like okay, the last time that we did panels for AF, yeah. We were all, virtually and remote. So we went into the stream thing together, and I get to hear restream, and then I get to hear everybody based on like where they're coming from and not the audio of everything else. I don't know how to explain it, but basically what happened this time was, so everybody could hear each other, obviously, so everyone is muted-ish, kind of. So it's not on Discord, it was on Restream. So every time a single time I talk, I hear myself, and it's just this booming voice, and I'm like, Lord.
Because he was coming through basically on the audience volume rather than like, because we had our own microphones, right? But he was coming in through Restream, so he was through like the audience audio, so he was really loud.
Was really loud, and like I think it was also like reflected in the streams. Like you couldn't hear my voice the way you could hear my voice now, or everyone else's voice now on stream, right? But you could hear what the audience is hearing, and it was really muffled. So it's like, I guess I get to be the voice of God once.
Yeah, the voice of God from the fucking just the speakers of doom.
So yeah, that was our first panel. Which was also late for like 30 minutes.
It was
It-
yeah.
Yeah, it
And
was.
please
We
note
had
that
some
a
technical
panel
difficulties.
goes for 1 hour only, and we were late for 30 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that setting carried over to other models. I didn't know that setting carried over either. So that was something that I learned because basically, so I dubbed it my stick of truth. I had a USB stick with my model on it, and I plugged it in, copied it all across, and then there was like these settings that I didn't know would still be effective because it's like base VTube Studio rather than my model specific. It's like, I see. Well,
I see. Well,
understood.
we got something iconic out of it.
We did. It was very funny. I fixed it afterwards once I worked out how to fix it.
What a first panel. It was yeah,
Mm.
I
It
wouldn't
was-
I would want to say that it set the tone for a lot of things, but like things have been setting tone for a lot of things afterwards. So it's like
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had
The panel. What
Um,
else happened on the first day?
escape rooms.
escape room.
Oh, the escape room.
I don't even want to think about it.
Oh,
Nothing
the
for
good
me
old
worked as
escape
usual.
room.
Oh no.
Yeah. So okay. So last year for the escape room, basically, because we came in digitally, right? So we're up on the
Mhm.
big screen, and then we also had like these two. So Zane had her book, and then I had my birdcage, and then we could talk to people and give them hints and stuff separately, right? So that it wouldn't be crowding around and people wouldn't have to wait. And we tried to set it up again this year, and for whatever reason, half the equipment didn't want to work. So Zane couldn't do any hint stuff at all the entire night. It was just me, and I had to like scoot over to one side, so it wasn't like there wasn't like audio going into Zane's microphone and things like that. And we also had some other technical difficulties, so it was like quite late. Like the time ran quite late, unfortunately, and we had some incidents with the puzzles not being set the way we expected because there was like one of them got mixed up and things like that. So we weren't like giving the right kind of hints to tell people because we didn't expect things to be a certain way.
Yeah.
Rigged.
Rigged
Rigged.
tonight. Ori was one of the
Literally.
people who first tested
Yeah, Ari
the
was-
puzzle. She was actually one of the people who was in the first group trying to like clear it.
Yeah.
And Ori was like, I don't get it.
No, I felt
Yeah.
so dumb. I thought I was stupid at the end of that.
Okay, hold on. Let me bring up the. Hold on. Let me grab it. We'll give you. We'll show you. We can show you what it looks like. We won't show everything because I think Zen and I want to do.
I think we'll do a different stream for
separate
that
thing.
one. Yeah, for escape room.
But for this particular puzzle, we'll show you what it was supposed to look like. If I can find the right. Is it?
Man. Speaking of puzzles, I couldn't
So-
believe everyone was so hung up on the numbers for my planet puzzle. The planet
Right?
puzzle,
Yeah.
right? In the booklet, it already showed like, like it had planets on the booklet, and everybody was like, okay, numbers. How do we put these numbers right? But it's just turn it around to the back and put the solar system in order. And then you flip it around, and then you have the equation. It was
Oh,
really
God.
simple. And everyone was just
Oh,
focused on the numbers. Like, how do we do this? There's planets on the back. Ayo.
Okay.
Again. What a comment I did a while ago. You turn things around in RPG, guys. Do we not learn?
Examine.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on. Let me give this to you guys so you can drag this into. But so this puzzle in particular, right? You could on my screen you can see it's like split. There's like a very obvious gap in the middle. The one with all the X's is the one that's in the book, and then the one with all the letters is the one that is up on the wall. And basically, the way the puzzle worked was if you look at the X's one, you can see there's like spaces. And that's clearly where there would normally be an X. And if you followed the path on the top one, you'd be able to spell out the word for the spaces.
Oh dear.
But what happened was, so the two sections were printed out. They're printed out as two sections instead of one piece. And then the person who hung them up actually swapped the two around.
Also, Avatar,
Yeah.
no worries.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
good.
So the poor people trying to work
That's
out the puzzle
love.
couldn't get it because as soon as you switch the right, because the letters aren't the same, like it's two different sets of like letter jumbles, so it suddenly wouldn't spell anything anymore.
I got
Oh,
V
no.
Q W M F L N L H.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I.
so it made everything gibberish. So we're just like, but the thing is, we didn't know that had happened because Zane and I were so busy
We were
trying to make
so
sure the back
busy
end stuff were
making
working.
making sure everything else was working that we didn't have a chance to go outside to look at the puzzles and how things were set up. There was literally no time.
So we didn't know that was a problem. And again, because it ran late, we didn't have time to like reset everything and then check everything after the first one. So we did 4 escape rooms. We did 2 on Friday, 1 after the other, and 2 on Sunday, 1 after the other. So it wasn't until after the 2 sessions had been run that we found out that one of the puzzles was wrong, and that also there'd been like a bit of like a confusion about one of the other puzzles. So like the setup for it was also wrong. We also found out that people weren't listening to us when we were giving hints because like Zane and I spent the whole time like doing really dumb banter between us, like, oh my god, we
were
just
doing
hate
bits.
potatoes.
We were doing bits the entire time, and apparently nobody heard us. And I was like, ah.
Yeah.
They were probably thinking like, oh, they're doing this to distract us, blah, 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 blah.
No, that's not it.
No.
That's not it.
Yeah.
It's not like they didn't want to hear us or they weren't listening to us, but they couldn't hear us.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So the room is much bigger than last time.
that wasn't also not entirely their fault. It was also the room is bigger and something was happening next
spread out.
door.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
There was a fucking concert next door as
A
well.
rock
It was
concert.
so loud, like a rock concert.
No.
It was so loud. We were just like, shut up. We're trying to talk. Shush. I think at one point Zane and I just started like singing along to them because we were just like, we can't do anything else. Let's just sing.
One time it was Bohemian Rhapsody and was like,
the moment.
I was like,
Oh, cool.
Bohemian Rhapsody, let's go. I was like,
Mama.
Christ in Bohemian Rhapsody.
pretty much.
So it was very loud and it made it very hard for us to be heard and just.
Oh, no,
And
I'm
I'm already
sorry,
naturally
guys.
quiet. The reason why everybody hears me clearly on stream is because I have everything very much set up in OBS so that my voice is like super amplified for you guys.
Can confirm.
And you don't have to worry about like competing with everything else sound wise as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, it was lucky that afterwards we were able to find out what had gone wrong. We're like, hey, so this needs to be like this, so we need to fix these things. And God, okay, I'm gonna say it.
Just say it.
I had too much faith in a bunch. Oh, okay. We're at an anime convention, remind you guys.
Yes.
I put too much faith in thinking that the convention goers would have any inkling of how katakana works.
Yeah, no.
Even with a table,
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
Okay, so what I'm
thinking zero.
Alright, we
critical
can
thinking
go
zero.
into
Okay, so
details
so
about
this is-
that another time. But yes,
so
right.
what I am hearing from this is if y'all are going to be participating in MLC escape rooms, learn your katakana, learn your hiragana. You would likely have to
That's
do
the thing. There was already a chart. You just had to
There
put
was
the
a
words
chart.
back
It was-
together.
Like it just okay. So okay, in Japanese, when you have like a big letter and then like a little letter, right? So you have like the
Yes.
big kana and then the little kana. That changes how the word is said, right? Because it goes from fu to fe, for example, right?
Yes. Excuse me.
I had to explain that to every single group. No one knew that was how Japanese worked.
Honestly, I don't know how that worked either.
Really? Like it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's like a really, but like it's not
Like,
just
I didn't
katakana.
argue
Like
with
that's
you
just
on
in
that
general.
puzzle because you were so set on it, and I was like, okay, I'll just work on mine. Like, I didn't understand
Anyway.
how the puzzle worked, how to put it together, how to say it. Like, I didn't understand any of that puzzle.
I'm actually curious now to see how this puzzle
Then make
Okay,
sure
okay,
to
hold
attend
on.
our puzzle explaining escape room stream, guys.
Da-da-da!
Yeah. Okay,
Alright,
I'll
let's-
give it like a brief understanding of it. It was Japanese. It was a Japanese word, and then I cut like the the characters into half. I put one half on one side, one half on the other, and you had to overlay it to read the word. That was it. That was the puzzle.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all. I didn't understand how to put the two circles together when the two circles were both solid.
Yes.
And all of
Yeah.
that, they don't overlap. There's paper in the middle. I can't see the word. If it was transparent, I could like just raise up my book or like the sheet, and then they could overlap and be cool like that.
I mean, I was basing it off another puzzle I had seen, and I was like,
No,
anyway,
again,
it's fine.
that's also partially on me because you were like so dead set on it. And you were like, okay, I've done this before. I know how this works. And I'm like, I don't get it, but okay. And then I worked on mine.
Yeah, that's okay. We have plans for if there's a next time. If the convention likes us and invites us back again.
Here's the thing. I don't know if I'm going back again. If this was the experience. I'm too tired for this.
I mean, that's fair.
And like honestly, despite being tired, like I am not as strong as hacking even Ori. Ori-san like kept walking around and moving around and carrying all this
I
stuff.
did so much walking.
And I just tried to carry one thing Ori was carrying, and I was just like, oh, this is really heavy. How is Ori carrying all this?
Yo, bro, my legs were tired.
It's on the legs.
I think it was because like technically I wasn't there as a guest, so like I volunteered myself majority of the time to move things because the less time Sensei and Mika were out in like public, it was like low-key better. Plus they also had to set up their computers during the panels. So like I literally was like, they're like, okay, if they can't really go out and they have to figure out their models, I'm like, okay, I gotta grab everything, make sure everything's good. So the thing is that the room where all the technology was on the second floor and like on the opposite side of where the elevator was to the panel.
Yeah.
So like I literally had to walk halfway across the room, get on an elevator, get up the elevator, then walk the other half of the room, grab the thing from the room, come back, get back on the elevator, go down the elevator, and I walk to the other side of this thing to go back to the panel that they were in. And then somehow, like, what was it? Like I think the main issue was that I actually wasn't in the chat with like Mika and Zane and like the main person that was doing like the whole thing. So sometimes I would go up there, grab something, come back, and they're like, wait, you also need to grab this as well. So I had to go back.
Oh my god.
Actually, that's not true. There was no communication in that chat about what you had to get either.
Yeah, so
that actually didn't matter.
I'm like, up I go, down I go.
It was just like in the time that you left and came back, other issues were found
we're missing
and
this
arise.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, so I've just got this lovely note. Not an excuse for the person who hung the puzzle backwards. His supervisor's feedback was basically failed every task said to him.
Oh.
You know what? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, but goodness.
Oh god.
Oh, that's an oof.
It might have been good that we didn't meet them then, because I don't know who that one person was.
Yeah,
no idea.
Pretty sure we met the more capable people.
Hi.
Oh yes, you're so capable, Ori. Come over here. Let me give you some squish your face. Yes. You're such a good girl. Okay, you did great. You did great, child.
And then so we finished the escape room, and then we were helping pack up stuff, right?
Oh my gosh.
And then after we finished, we went up to the room and we're like, we want to actually like hang out and do stuff together. so we watched The Myth.
Actually, before we were gonna watch The Myth, I think I realized something. I think that was that day, 28th. I was like,
oh yeah,
I don't have my charger.
Oh no, yeah.
Forgot her charger downstairs again.
The new charger that they got for me.
So it was downstairs.
Yeah.
The whole Anime Fest experience has really just been charger doko.
are so cool.
So
And the
one
reason
of
we
the
realized
staff
this is
had to
because
run
she
down
pulled
and get
out
it
her.
for me. Yeah, because we were
realized
watching
it
the myth
because we were gonna watch it on her computer.
on my laptop, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna set
Oh.
up so we can all watch a movie. And he pulls up stuff. Cha 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 doko.
Okay. So Nitya just said, I heard there's a scientist here, but I see a cloud.
Natia, you
I
well,
they're not shut the fuck up.
I mean, she is a scientist, but she is also a clown. I'm afraid she's both.
both things can exist in the same reality.
They're not mutually exclusive.
That is true. That is true.
I
But
am.
no.
This is the entire circus.
No.
Shut the fuck up, Ducky.
Oh, F. But no, yeah, they
The
did
rip
eventually.
sounded like that. Fuck, god damn it.
They did run back to me for my charger, and then we did get to watch the movie.
We love a multi-career girl boss.
Yeah. Let's go.
who ran down?
I
Who ran down for the charger?
think it was Zozo, wasn't it?
Zozo was still
Zozo.
downstairs, so he made a trip
Ah.
to the escape room to pick it up for me.
Man, so just so strong.
Let me just put into perspective that we never got to return, almost never got to return to our hotel rooms to relax before 12 a.m. the next day.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so we got the charger and we sat down. Was this when we had our cinnamon toast crunch? I think it was, right?
Yeah, we had the cereal first, and then we
Yeah.
watched the movie.
Yeah. So Zane and I had some cinnamon crunch toast cereal. We got those mini packets from we went to Walmart and we got some mini cereals to try. So we ate that with forks because there was no spoons.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we sat down and watched The Myth, which was a movie.
I love it because like
I loved
love
Lori's
it because-
reaction at the end. It was great.
'Cause-
It was exactly how I wanted everyone to react.
Because Zane and I have actually seen that movie, and she was like, Ren, I'm gonna make them watch The Myth, and I was like, oh.
But honestly, it's
The
such a
Jackie
good
Chan one,
movie.
the motherfucking stupid ass thing of the goddamn balls of guts.
Yes, the movie is like the premise and the plot and the tropes are done so well, and then the ending
Mhm.
came, and then the
Yeah.
ending
Yeah.
happened.
The ending was incredibly disappointing.
And it was
I
terrible.
cannot believe it. I was like, that's the worst fucking romance in Twilight at one point, I swear to God.
It was great until the ending happened.
Till the end.
I'm happy that you guys had a time.
Boy,
now you
oh
can suffer
boy.
with us.
Hey, Shama.
Wish Shama.
Wait.
Was that all we did that night? I think we went to bed pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, I think we hung out for a bit and then we went to bed at. Okay,
Was
just
that
everyone
the
knows,
night? Yeah.
we were all running on maybe like 4 hours sleep at most
Every
a night
single day.
because we all went to sleep like 4 and we'd get up at like 8 or 9 ish.
yeah. If we seemed
for
weird or
convention.
like slightly out of it at con during our panels, yeah, that was why.
That was why we were.
Was that
tired
the
as
night that
hell.
Ori stayed with me?
Yes.
No, I stayed with Mika the first night.
But this is
Yeah, that's the second
28th.
night.
But
This
the
is
second night.
Friday. So Myth.
No,
Miss, I think you stayed with me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
No, I
She
thought
did.
I stayed with. I thought I stayed with you with Detective.
No, that was the next night.
Yeah, so then that means I slept with Sensei when we did Conan. Myth was
No.
Myth was second. That was 27th was the first night that you came
no.
over.
the Thursday.
Did
Right,
we watch
before
Myth then?
The con actually before the con actually started. How many people are you cheating? Shut
You
the
know
fuck
what?
up!
All right, let's see.
I'm still it's fine, but I think
No,
the
let me see.
Thursday was when I
Okay, Mika.
yeah.
Mika. right?
Okay, so
Yeah, I slept with Mika on the last day.
And when was the
Right.
last day? Was that the first or the second?
That was the 31st.
31st? Mika, me,
Yeah.
Mika,
Because
me,
Tuesday
Mika.
was the
No,
day we
so we're
left.
right. So we're right.
Yeah, we're right.
27th is Mika. So if you go to your calendar, 27th Mika, 28 me, 29 Mika, 30th me, 31st Mika.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. Okay, so then I did end up sleeping with you.
Yes.
Not like that, but yes.
I love how we're just gonna roll with it, guys. We're just gonna roll with it.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Sleeping with Sensei was great because I woke up to hot chocolate. I'm like, wow, this is great.
Wow, I see how it is. All right.
Wow.
Cool. I get it.
Yeah, sorry, Mika. I had a favorite parent.
Yeah. We were like joking about how like Ari saying in each room is kind of like how when divorced parents have their child visit like every night, like every week or whatever.
Ori
I was
That's pretty funny.
is a very interesting type of sleeper and waker.
Me? Oh.
Yeah, so Ori set her alarm, and I set mine like after hers. Her alarm started ringing. I woke up, and she is not moving in her bed. And I was like, Ori, your alarm's ringing. And she just doesn't move. So I had to reach over to her bed. I was like, so hit. And then she moves, finally. And then she got straight back into bed. And she stopped moving.
I like how you fucking like you saying telling me off for sleeping through my alarm. You did the same thing, bitch.
No. I woke up to my alarm, turned it off, and went back to bed.
Yeah. And I was like,
Sounds about
I
right.
watched the whole thing because I was up. I was up at the first note of the alarm. And she just watched me get
Light
right
sleeper.
back into bed. I was like, what the fuck? And then I got up, I did my morning things, and then I come out and she's still in bed.
It is not. This is why I told them preemptively. I need 3 hours before we have to leave the hotel room to actually wake up, or else I will like literally just crawl back into bed and not be human for an hour.
Ah.
God.
Also, that night prior, I think we did a little chatting. And by chatting, I mean Oreo-san would talk to me.
And you would like fall asleep, and then you'd wake up at the end. And
Yep, so
reply.
Oreo-san would start talking to me. I was awake, and I'd be like, and then I fall asleep, and then she keeps talking, and then I wake up at the end of her sentences. But because I heard the beginning and the ending, I understand the gist of the sentence. So then I gave a coherent response. And then hearing that coherent response, Ori would be like, oh, okay, I'll keep talking. And then she keeps talking. And then I repeat the same method. I listen to the first part of her sentences, and then I fall asleep, and then I wake up at the end, and then I give her another coherent response.
The thing is that I just see you just like powering down, right? And then anytime you gave me, I would stop talking for like 5 seconds, and then you'd give me a response after you registered that I stopped talking. So it'd be like, "Hey, Sissy, how you doing today?" Good.
It's just internet lag. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh
My
man.
God.
But that's also because I took my gummy, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fall
No,
asleep
no.
soon.
Fucking 10. This bitch when we were sleeping. she was literally dead ass. She took the melatonin gummies, right? And then she's like, God, I hate these gummies. They're making me sleepy. I'm like, you took melatonin gummies. She was mad that they were working. They're like, girl. She's like, oh, these fucking gummies are making me sleepy. I'm like, yeah.
I'm
Fuck
glad
that.
it does.
But no, yeah, then I got to wake Ori up. And the way Ori wakes up, you know the bed is long like
It's
a
very
rectangle, correct?
dangerous. It's very dangerous.
Bed's
Ari's
a
very dangerous to wake
rectangle,
up.
So what she does is that she slides to the end of the bed, not the sides.
Why?
The end of the bed, and then her feet hit the floor first. Her half of her body is still on the bed, and then she would slowly slide off the bed's end as well, and then slump up and then dragged herself to the bathroom. And I watched the whole thing at my side with my arms crossed, like, man, I wish I recorded that.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of the beds, okay, I don't know if it was just like the hotel, but the beds were really tall.
The beds are really tall and really noisy.
They were so tall.
I had to like fucking climb up them. Cause okay, so my bed is like a reasonable height, right? I could just sit down on my bed and think. No, I had to like position my hands and like hoist myself up because they were just that tall. It was like
yeah, I had
they
to
were
jump
really
onto
tall.
mine. It was fun.
Like I've never been in beds that tall before.
That sounds fun, but also why?
I don't know. It was bizarre. But the beds were actually pretty comfy. The pillows were kind of terrible, but
The
that's because
pillows
I'm
were
very picky with my
non-existent.
pillows.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need a side sleeping pillow. I can't sleep on normal pillows. I sleep on the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Oh my gosh. I think after the first day was when my body started to die and break apart, and Ori would point it out every single time.
It's really funny is the difference between the two rooms, because you'd go in my room and it'd be like an icy tundra, and then if you go into Zane's room, it's like a fucking toaster oven. Because okay, so it's for me right now. It's currently winter, so I was like, okay, I'm putting the aircon on as cold as I can. But I would walk into Zane's room and I'd be like, why is it like the inside of a fucking oven in here?
It was only
What is
22.
this? No, it was definitely more than that. There was no way. It was so warm.
It's fine. It was great. It was perfect.
22 is cold. What are you
Yeah,
talking
exactly,
about?
right?
No,
right
it
now,
was
my
toasty.
home has like 24 or 25
Yeah,
on
my-
the AC.
Our AC is also 24.
Yeah.
And it's
No,
cold.
It's
no,
cold, yeah.
No, if it's anything above like 20, then it's hot.
What?
Lord.
Lord.
I live in a colder climate. Hello.
24 to 25 is the environmentally friendly number you need to put on your AC to protect the earth, guys. PSA, there we go.
I mean, it was like 2 degrees Celsius before I left for Texas, and then I ended up in like 40 degrees Celsius. I was fucking dying.
Oh my god. 2 degrees.
Was that it
That's great.
for the first day?
I think that's it for those two. Yeah, those two.
Okay.
So that was
That was
yeah,
the
so it was
28th.
Friday.
And now we're
And
going
then we
on
had
the 29th. Saturday.
So that was autographs first, I think.
Ah,
Oh wait, no, it
autographs?
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
No,
No,
Sunday.
sorry, that's Sunday.
Oh.
Sunday was our panel with DM
Ah,
and more
DM.
escape rooms. Yeah, we get to meet girl DM. She was really nice.
She was chill. She called me cursed.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be happy or not about that.
Oh, that
Okay,
was
so-
great.
What do you mean that was great?
It was so funny.
So for context, we had a panel called Can We Eat That? And Zane, myself, and DM all picked like 5 cursed things to talk about for the panel. And then if we had enough time, we were going to get like the audience to join in with us. And there was technical difficulties as always. But thankfully it wasn't too bad. I think overall it took a little bit for us to be able to hear everything properly. Mostly it was like hard for us to hear DM.
Yeah, DM was over on the speaker like how Ren was. But then,
And there was music again next door, which
There's
made it very hard to
music.
hear.
and
Oh,
you know,
no.
Ren's voice is more masculine, so it's like deeper and it's easier to hear. Whereas like more feminine voices are slightly harder to hear.
Yeah. But it was really fun. So we gave DM our stuff so she could run it all on her side. I'm so glad that we did that so we didn't have to organize yet another thing.
Yeah.
And then we basically went through like our 5 things of cursed stuff. Also, these assholes, okay, I spoke up first. So they're like, okay, you can introduce yourself first. So I was like, hello, I'm Miko Kotsuka, blah, 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 blah. And then DM goes, hi, I'm Miko Kotsuka, blah, 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 blah. And then Zane goes, hi, I'm Miko Kotsuka.
Beautiful.
Bastards.
It was great.
Beautiful.
They committed to the bit without asking each other or like planning or anything. They just fucking went for it. Also,
Hey, I'm Mika
Improv.
Akatsuka. Nice to meet you guys.
Hi, I'm
Okay.
Mika Akatsuka. Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Okay,
I'm
how do
Mika
I
Katsuka.
ban everyone?
Very
Oh my
nice to
God.
meet you. Thank you for coming back to our stream.
Today we'll be playing some Apex.
Yeah, we're gonna get tilted. I'm gonna play Maggie.
Yeah, we're doing rank, guys.
Yeah.
My idiot tolerance is very low right now.
Okay, that was yesterday. Not during the convention, okay? Also, Ren, if you're not careful, I'll make you do rank with me. You've been warned.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, internet is so bad, I can't download the update for Apex. Wow. Ooh.
But no, the eating stream, we're gonna have all of the panels except for the escape rooms up onto our YouTube eventually, so that you guys can watch it as well. But so we're not gonna go too much into depth, but we're gonna talk a little bit about it as well. The reason why DM called me cursed was because I told the story and told how I like to have tea.
And how you like to chew on tea bags?
I don't chew on it. I just humju. I don't know how to say humju in English, so I say munch. Humju is like you push your top of your mouth and your tongue onto it.
You suck on it.
I don't suck. I just onto
Squeeze?
it. Kind of, like with my mouth.
You mush it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, this is getting worse. I'm getting more flashbacks. I also managed to silence the entire panel.
Oh yeah, there was dead silence for a second when Mika revealed that.
I don't like honey.
Oh
yeah.
The entire panel went silent, and everyone was just DM and Zane and Claire were just staring at me, and I'm like, what?
I already knew it, but I was like, yep, this is what I put up with.
Oh, everyone was horrified. It was very funny.
We were all
also. I kept talking about Milo in that panel, and I was thinking about it today, so I went and bought Milo when I was at the shops earlier. I wanted Milo.
How was that
Milo
panel?
the Australian way.
What happened? What else
was that
happened?
panel? Escape room.
More escape rooms where I couldn't interact with anyone.
No, we did. We got there in the end.
Yeah,
that was
in the end.
Yeah. So after what happened with the night before, we spent a bit of time working out what went wrong and how to fix it, how to adjust stuff. So we adjusted some of the puzzles. We got some feedback. One of the people at the convention is a game dev, so he gave us some extra feedback and stuff, which was very helpful. Very appreciative of that. And yeah, so basically we did some tweaks and we kind of changed how we talk to people. We made sure to see hey, just so you know that we're going to be saying stuff and that might be clues, so you should pay attention. We also moved everyone closer so they could hear us better. And we changed the layout of where stuff was on the room to kind of force people to actually, because here's the thing, right? We designed the room to make it so people actually had to get up and walk around.
Yeah.
And a lot of people weren't doing that, or they just
because
went to one
apparently
spot.
they couldn't hear us tell them that, hey, you guys need to move around, so that they didn't know to move around.
Yeah, so we made it so that we are at the very back, our little hint stations, and we reminded people they have to give us the answers before they move on to the next puzzle, so that they actually check and stuff with us. And then we put stuff in certain places, and we made stuff look really, really obvious. And it worked a lot better this time. The changes we made and the way we adjusted how we were saying stuff was a lot better. It made things run a lot more smooth.
Yeah. But I still couldn't talk to people.
Yes, so part of the problem was, again, there was noise next door. I think it was karaoke this time. I don't know. It was something. It was very noisy. And so as we all know, I'm a much louder person than Zane is. And because where I was seated was right next to the wall that had all the music going nearby, so I had to talk louder so people could hear me. But that meant that I was loud, and it meant that Zane was having trouble hearing people on her side.
Yeah,
so I would
but
have to,
that's only when I managed to hear somebody for 1.5 sessions. When there were 4 sessions, only Mika could have talked to people, and I wasn't. It was no, Zane, you're not allowed to talk to people. Mika's the favorite child.
I don't know if favorite child is the right word. I had to my throat was so dead afterwards because I was having to talk a lot because it wasn't split up. And also it meant people were delayed and stuff. But I had to get up and step away and face away so that Zane wasn't getting like feedback from me talking.
No, that was like
into
all
her
the panels.
stuff.
Yeah, we kind of had to like adjust ourselves so that like
Yeah,
Mika wasn't echoing into my mic.
yeah. So, well, there was a lot that went
That was a lot.
But like at the very least, like people did say that
People
they
had
enjoyed
fun.
the escape rooms. Yeah,
Mm.
which is the main thing. So,
People had fun.
yeah, it's a describing move around on the room to find clues. You do, yes, but not everyone knew that. Not everyone knew that you had to move around to find clues, even though we were like very specifically saying that. People couldn't hear us or weren't listening.
Yeah.
So,
And then we went back to our rooms past 12 again. And what did we do that evening?
we watched
Conan.
Conan. Well, we watched some of Conan. We subjected
Half.
Ari to Conan of Sunflowers of Inferno.
Sunflowers of Inferno. That's one of the Kaito Kid and Conan movies. Like we watched half of it,
because it was late.
and Ori was like, "No, what do you mean we have to stop? We're gonna watch the other half." And then I'm like, "Ori, it's like
4 a.m.
And then
I
she was
can't
like,
watch movies in halves. I'm sorry. Like I have to know the ending, or else I will like literally like yeet myself off a cliff.
Anyway,
Also-
we forced us to go to
Yes?
bed. Yes.
Sorry. No, go ahead. Continue.
No, go.
No, because when Mika was talking about like how like you got all like the information about the escape room from like a dev and game devs and stuff like that, they were having a meeting in this room, right? they were having a meeting in this room, and I was so out of it because I think that whole adrenaline and the stress of girl DM,
Oh yeah.
like running around, like literally.
Let me find the picture.
"Wait, no,
this
you
shit
can't
was-
use that picture."
It's in there. I think
Oh.
it's
The stream. It's stream friendly because
They
she
fixed
censored it,
it?
right?
It's Shibuya
I
D1
can't
or
Shibuya D1 Ori, I see it.
Okay, so we're in this meeting. We're talking to this game dev, okay? And then I look over, and Ari has passed the fuck out. So let me show you. I'm gonna add it on my side as well. But look at this. Look at this. She's
I am
dead
downloading it. Give me a second.
against the wall.
I am
Just
still
fucking-
grabbing it.
And I was losing my shit because it immediately made me think of all the pictures of like the hashtag Shibuya meltdown, where it's like the drunk businessmen just pass out on the street.
That's so big. Chotto.
I just screenshotted it.
I was they were in this meeting, right? And I'm like, I don't need to be here, right? And I like lean against the wall and I'm like, wow, this isn't really
There she is.
Oh my god.
I freaking knocked out so hard. I was like so stressed. I was like, and they were like, I don't think they need my opinion. It's okay. I'm just here for a helper. Good night. And then I knocked out.
It was really funny because this became the first of many photos of Ari in interesting positions. Like,
Don't say it like
I mean, am I wrong?
Oh, right.
There's
I
a
can't use
picture
my
from
other
day one that we can't show because it's not been edited, so you can't see anything. But it's Ari, and she's like huddled under the TV in my hotel room, and she's doing the abandonment pose from Final Fantasy.
Abandonment.
Abandonment.
Also, you guys can't see me because I can't show IP address. This is not great. Okay.
Oh no.
Is it not working? There it is.
Uh-oh.
Because I haven't fixed my other phone after Mika. Right. All right, that's the thing. Right, Mika, you should explain how ultimately did we get our phones and our V2 models working on the computer?
Oh yeah. So what happened was, I actually was so after the first panel, we were like, this is not really working when it came to the Wi-Fi because it was like really slow, and I was really worried about data and whatnot. So what we ended up doing is, and this is actually DM mentioned this, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. She mentioned that for one of her conventions, she actually used Connect to USB, and that's like, okay, let me work out how to do that. because it's connect via USB instead of connect via Wi-Fi, right?
Right,
So
right.
I then spent like, I think it was like an hour just like checking the settings and testing them and working out how to get it to work. And I got it working for me, so then I had to get it connected for Zane. But the problem was with doing that, we had to like turn off all the Wi-Fi setups and also turn off data and like a whole bunch of other things. So in the end, it ended up being connect via USB, and then it's connect via USB. But here's the thing, right? Again, because we were so busy with like getting stuff done, I was like without like my charger cable. So I ended up, okay, for the rest of the convention, I ended up just carrying my charger cable around with me the entire time because like we didn't get time to go back up to the room to grab stuff. But yeah, so we ended up having to connect via USB. But now we've come back now, and now we have to undo all the settings that we set up for the convention. And I forgot about that until I plugged in. I was trying to set up for the stream. I was like, why is it not working? Oh fuck, that's why. I understand now. So yeah.
Anything else for that night, Ori?
We watched Conan. And you had the two. I think that night went really like in terms of like what's it called? In terms of like escape room, that honestly was nicer. It went a lot better because as they were discussing everything went a lot nicer. And then I don't know if you guys heard for that escape room. The reason why we couldn't get Zane in for the first like 30 minutes was simply because the PC that we were setting up for Zane needed a fucking wireless dongle.
Oh yeah, it needed a wireless dongle to connect, and that's why we couldn't get it to Discord and shit.
What was the issue like before the other day with the 2 sessions that I couldn't be on?
I did not set it up that time, and then because like I think at that point I realized that they needed all the help they can get in terms of tech. That like the second day I was like, oh, I gotta help because we got you in it, and then like I don't know what happened with your mic, and then halfway through I was like, you can't be heard, so I went back up to go grab the goddamn blue Yeti that Zozo bought for you, especially like for that day, and then we just didn't bring it down. So I was like in the middle of the escape room, I was like, wait, where is Sensei's blue Yeti that was bought specifically for her? And I was like, oh, okay, time to go get it. And then I went and got it.
And then sorry, Ari once again trekked upstairs and downstairs.
And downstairs in her very flat shoes.
I was just like, here we go again.
You can see right here her shoes. They were flat. They were not sneakers. They were pretty much
they were
sandals.
like fashion shoes.
That was the
She
only
wanted to be
shoes.
fashionable.
That's the thing,
Yeah,
though.
she
Like,
regretted
Mika
it.
and I invited Ori under the assumption and expectations that we were guests, therefore she would also be like a guest of a guest, and we wouldn't really have to do anything. We spent time preparing for our panels, and we just like, get there, do our panels, and then we get out of there.
I mean, we did make the joke that she was our assistant, but like, we didn't think that would be an actual thing. Actually, okay, here's the thing I wanted to mention. So, on our badges, that we got, so we got 2 kinds of badges. So we got our like guest badge, and then obviously we don't want people to walk around and see our names, right? So we had like incognito badges. But on the guest badges, we were told that as a joke it said staff, and it wasn't a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
It wasn't a joke in the end.
Also, let me talk about the badges. Let me talk about the badges. Welcome to Casual Racism Hour. That's a joke.
What?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
It's a joke. Basically, on my badge, it said Zane. And that's normal, right? Hi, I'm Zane. Of course, I'm Zane. So on my badge, it said Zane. And then I looked at, I think 2 or 3 days in, I looked at Mika's. And I was like, Mika, why does your badge have your full name? Why does it say Mika Akatsuka and mine said Zane?
And mine was spelled wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so funny. Ari's was spelt wrong, so the entire time I instead of saying her name, I would say it with like a really thick a southern accent
because
instead.
we were like making sure to remind her that hey, your name is spelled wrong.
Okay, so Zozo actually mentioned this to me. So we think the reason it was spelt that way is like with my full name is because convention staff were trying to kept calling me by my old name, and they were getting confused. So
No,
this
that
way,
was
this
guest
is kind of
relation.
like
Guest relation told us that. The very nice guest relation lady told us that. That was
yeah. You're right. Yeah. So she reckons it was that was why, because like people kept trying to call me by my old handle. So this was like to stop them from getting confused. But because Zane was Zane last year,
they're like, oh, it's just Zane, so then they just put in Zane.
Yeah, they needed training wheels for me because my name is new.
How dare you, Zeriku?
And then
How dare you? Hello, I'm back. We're talking about what happened.
They just they spelled me American. That's what. They spelled
that's
me
true.
the American way.
That is very true.
No,
it's very funny.
Huh?
Ren.
Don't worry,
I'll
we'll tell
message it
you
to you,
after,
Ren.
Ren.
Yeah, okay,
Ren.
okay.
We're trying not to
Okay.
dox Ori right now.
Right.
Ren, where are you? Let me
Okay.
message you.
All right.
Alright.
Thank you.
But yeah, Shibuya Meltdown Oreo sound was so funny. Because that wasn't the only picture. We had so many other pictures.
There's more than one Shibuya Meltdown
There's
Oreo.
more than one Shibuya Meltdown Ori.
There's more than one Oreo meltdown.
Way too many. Oh.
Yeah.
I just clicked open the Sandy picture.
Oh god.
Okay, let's talk about the Sandies. We
Oh
got
my
Sandies.
God.
No, not like that. Not like that. We'll just save that for the last day. We got
Okay, which
Sandies,
picture?
guys. It says
Yeah.
Ori Wo. It's just above
okay,
the
yeah, that one.
Shibuya one. So we got Sandies.
Yeah, we did. So the
yeah.
convention was really nice and printed them out for us.
We did fight for them. We were like,
Yes.
we want Sandies. And they were like, huh?
We want
What
standees. We want to be
Sandies?
real VTubers.
And they were like, look at all these Sandies that VTubers get. We want one. And they were like, huh?
Yeah.
We want one.
And then we were like gonna pay for them ourselves. And
Yeah,
everything.
because
We're
we
just like,
wanted one
want
that
them.
bad. And, they were
And
like,
then the
"No,
staff was like,
okay."
we'll buy it for you.
We're like, yay, we're real VTubers now. And look at this little shit.
And then Ari self-inserted.
Yeah, I self-inserted. I wanted to be what's it called? I invited myself casually, you know. I wanted to be included.
Oh no, it really looks like this is our child.
It really looks like a family photo. Like
I have
put
both
me in-
Faith and Mika's color.
True.
That's
yeah,
right.
you're right. You're right.
I'm just a child production on accident. This is not on
Put me in there and you get your dog.
The dog
Perfect
in
American
the
family.
little corner. Oh god.
Oh.
We'll send it to you. You can
Yeah.
add it later, Ren.
The standees were really cool though. Like
Yeah.
we got to pick them up and look at them. There's a photo that we can't show because it's got us behind it. But we
Yeah.
took a photo of like the two of us hiding behind our standees and waving.
Yeah.
Aw.
The first thing I did with my Sandy is that I gave her a big hug.
I touched my booba, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
I mean, so
course.
did you, Ari. So you can't fucking say anything.
I mean, Zane was like really tall.
But no, you have
Yeah?
to
Those
touch
celebrity
them.
stalkers that just print out pictures of their celebrity crush and then tape a picture of themselves onto the celebrity photo.
Oh god. Apart from hug, I
Yeah,
was
that's
able
Ari.
to hold her hand. I got to hold Zane's hand. I was happy. There's a picture of me that I had Mika take for me of me holding my own hand. I was happy.
It was really cute.
I met my favorite VTuber. VTuber?
Yeah, you met your Oshi. You met your
Yeah.
Oshi. Wah.
My Oshi's that little tiny, minuscule, microscopic thing there in the middle.
What the fuck?
What you say?
Damn, if I'm your Oshi, then your standards are so low because it's unseeable. You can't even see it.
True. What's the opposite of Oshi?
No, she.
No.
No she. No she.
No, she.
Okay,
Like no
Oreo
TP.
sounded like Noshi.
No TV, but no.
Oh no. Oh no.
No TP. Hi.
Oh dear.
Oh lord.
Oh my god.
No sheep. No, not no sheep. No, not Yoshi P.
We love MLC standees. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they were great. Oh, my voice is dying. Okay. Oh, that was 29th.
Y'all drink
Did we
water. Do you have water?
I am drinking water.
All right, good.
What else?
And then that night, Oreo-san stayed with you?
Yes. We watched the rest of Conan? No.
No, I think it was when we showed Zozo Milligram.
Oh, that's the 30th? Oh,
Ah!
we're moving to the 30th. Oh, okay.
Have you guys heard about the critically acclaimed Milligram song project? I need a copy pasta for that.
Gosh.
Yes,
Have
you
you
do.
guys
You
heard
should.
of Milligram? It's a very good series by a very
Yes.
popular Vocaloid producer that has a lot of hints towards psychological and controversial societal issues but put into songs, and it's very, very good. You pretty much TLDR, there's 10 murderers, and we as viewers get to judge if they are they should be forgiven or not forgiven for their
Mika, where's
sins
the
of
mute button on
murder.
Ori?
Okay, perfect.
I've forgotten.
Oh, gosh.
Usually
darn it.
it's just poking her.
True. Mika would poke Ori a lot.
Oh my god, I got PTSD from that night. Are you fucking shitting me?
It's because she reacts so much. It's funny.
Fuck you!
Wait, okay.
Like ticklish. She's very ticklish.
She's very
I'm
ticklish.
very ticklish.
She's incredibly ticklish.
Freaking Mika kept sliding up to me and then poking me in the side, and I would jump 3 feet in the air because I did not expect it. And then for the rest of the night, Mika would just keep sliding behind me or near me, and every time he would come near me, I literally 3-inch from smacking somebody because I was like, no, get the evo.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That was autograph day.
We haven't talked about actual autograph day though.
Oh my
That's
god.
30th. You skipped
Yeah,
right to the
we haven't.
Milgram.
Yeah, we did. So autograph day.
Oh god.
Autograph day was actually, it started out a little messy, but nowhere as messy as the previous 2 days.
For you, maybe.
Yeah, because the
maybe.
other
Freaking
previous
Mika
days,
just-
you had your setup all set up, and I was the one lugging my laptop back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I mean, no, because I had to install literally every single program we needed
Yeah,
for the.
which is why you actually had something to do that day, while the previous days oh, this is normal. I just had to move my laptop here again. Okay, everything is good.
No, I had to install a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I said
each
yes.
time.
I know.
Oh,
But didn't
God.
Mika's model decided to delete itself right before.
Yeah, that was the
before
one
autograph
day that Mika's stuff actually didn't work, and my stuff was working compared to the other previous 2 days where it was just all my stuff. Nah, you don't get rights. You don't get to work. And then
So what
one
happened
day
was-
that I got to work.
It was only one of us could work one at a time.
Yep.
we couldn't, not both. Not
MLC
both.
members do not exist in the same channel at the same
Oh
time.
god.
Yeah. But basically what happened was, so I mentioned my little stick of truth. It had my model on it and all my bits and pieces. What happened was that computer didn't like the USB stick. Because it was a different computer than the one we'd been using for panels. So I couldn't actually use the USB stick. I had to go log into my Google Drive account and grab my backup of myself because I had saved it as a backup elsewhere because I knew something would go wrong. And then I had to download that, and then I had to install all the programs on this computer because this computer had nothing on it. Meanwhile, there was people waiting outside to get our autographs.
Yeah, and I think everyone tried to wait for you a bit because I was
Yeah.
set up and just sitting there, and then ultimately they were like, maybe Zane, you should start." And I was like, "Yeah, I've just been sitting here, ready for the first
got
time
there
in
in
2
the end.
days."
Yeah, we got there in the end, but it was very stressful trying to get it all working. Whilst people were sitting in there, we could see them.
But people were nice. We got to talk to some people. They showed up a bit earlier, but some of them have gone to sleep because they're American.
Yeah. And some of them were ones that we'd seen before. People we'd seen last year or people that we had seen from chat and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was really nice. And also we
Okay,
had to write so many
autographs.
things.
It was alright. It was
Yeah, it was nice though.
autographs. What came after autographs? Was Sunday? Was
Uh,
that the marathon day?
Yeah.
Sunday was the marathon day.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sunday was like autographs for both of us, and then Mika and I had to like, okay, it's Mika's turn, and then after Mika, Zane. Okay, after Zane is Mika. It was like marathon day. That's what
Yeah.
I meant.
Yeah, so we had autographs, and then at 2 o'clock, so the autographs were at 12. Then at 2 o'clock, I had my VTuber panel, which was like talking about VTubers, like what's a VTuber. But because autographs ran late, it got to like 1:30. We
1:30.
just finished autographs, and then I had to run downstairs to the other place. Well, no, I had to run across to the other place to get to the panel so I could set up for the talk about VTubers. And then we found out PowerPoint wasn't installed on the computer. So I had to fucking find it, and we didn't have a license. So we were trying to get like a license that didn't work. I ended up finding like a free version of like PowerPoint to use. Managed to get that all working. And then so right after that was your panel, right, Zane? Your panel was right after mine at 3 p.m.
Yes.
Because it was your mental
Yeah.
health one, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I finished my panel, and then so because it was going through Restream, right? So I basically had to remove myself from Restream, but then Zane had to jump into Restream because we're all using the same thing to broadcast to Twitch because it's also going to Twitch. So I had to like finish all my stuff, yeet myself out. Zane had to like jump in and then get her stuff running.
I think Mika started late, so then Mika ran over. So then I think I started late, but I ended on time.
Mm-mm.
And then
after
after
Zane
me
was
was
DM.
DM, which DM started on time but ended early.
Yeah. and then there was like an hour break, and then it was like so we had an LGBTQIA plus panel. So we finished that. So we stopped the stream. We spent a bit of time getting everyone worked together and working and all for that. And then we started the stream off again.
And that was the last panel. It was quite a marathon. Honestly, that went quite smoother than everything else, if you ask me.
I am impressed by how smooth that went, all things considered. I'm not going to lie. That one was, yeah. And that was good. That was really good too, that last panel. Wait, before I do that, let's talk about your panel, Zane, because you did like some really cool, like mental health and self-awareness panel stuff, and I saw people taking photos of like the Zentangle.
Yeah, some people actually got to draw their Zentangles, and I was like, oh.
That's really cool. So Zane had like some really cool stuff involving like mental health and self-awareness.
Yeah.
There was like some stuff that she got handed out, and they did some really cool exercises and stuff.
They got to try the ABC model that I explained, because ABC model is pretty much the easiest self-awareness REBT/CBT method to be aware of your emotions, of your beliefs and stuff. Like, I was actually impressed that a lot of people like started to get to the core of their beliefs. Of course, it wasn't all there, which is why I was there, and I was like, so by saying this, you mean that you felt this, and therefore you believe that. Like, I got to help a little bit there, and that was like, yes, I'm back in my counseling chair. All right, this is why I have my counseling license. Got it.
What's really funny too is I was streaming from panel room 1, and then for Zane's panels in panel room 3. Now the way we streamed to panel room 3 was we were in like a secret room that was set up.
Okay, it's okay. Next year they're not. Next year they're not there, so it's like it's fine if we leak.
Oh yeah, it's
how to
not
do
there.
it. Yeah. I was like, should we really be telling them?
I mean, they don't have any idea what the secret room was. It could have just been the hotel room for all we know.
But the next time they're gonna run around trying to find a secret room.
Nah, they won't.
But at you guys.
That's okay. It'll be fine. They can't find any. I mean, people can't even find stairs properly.
They're not at the Sheraton.
Yeah, they moved to a different place. But yeah, so Zay was from like streaming from another room, because obviously the panel rooms that can't really hold, like the smaller rooms can't really hold like a secret space for us to be there safely. But here's the thing, right? It's a small room.
Hello, Edison.
So and Zane's trying to do her panel.
Thank you for
coming. We couldn't go in. So I just sat down in the really cold. Okay, so panel room 1 is very cold. I'm just gonna put that out there. So I just sat down in the cold downstairs, waiting for the panel room to be available.
I thought
So I
you
could go
liked
up
the
and-
cold, Mika.
I mean, I do, except someone took my sweater and my jacket.
Ah, yes. So it was so cold. Oreo-san and I were dying. So I took Mika's jacket.
And Ari took my sweater. So because obviously it's winter here, I had a sweater and a jacket. I used them on the plane. It was cold on the plane. But panel room was so cold. I was like, okay, you guys just take my stuff. It's fine. But then I was by myself in this empty panel room and it was cold and I had no jacket or sweater to wear because they had stolen them.
Yeah.
I think it was during your guys' LGBTQ that I had another breakdown.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I had another meltdown, and this is the jacket.
Was that the meltdown where you were on the floor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. There was one meltdown where Oreo-san was like against the wall, and then the other meltdown was against the floor, just straight on the floor, splat.
Yeah, the floor was the LGBTQ, and then like the reason why I look like I don't have pants is because it was like stolen sweater. I was like, ah. But
This
yeah,
one
I
here.
Man,
had the good old Shibuya meltdown times too.
Shibuya
I-
meltdown.
It was, I think every day I had a meltdown during their panels, but it did go better though.
It
So,
did
like,
go better afterwards.
It did go
yeah.
better, yeah.
it did so well. So honestly, like, I think the only reason why I like knocked out was simply because I was just we were like
Relieved? Like, and-
relieved.
yeah, I can finally rest.
Yeah.
Man,
but
my
yeah, so we
feet
did that on the
hurt the
panel.
entire convention. I've never been on my
Yeah.
feet running around and walking around and carrying so much heavy things for such a long time. I was in sneakers, or I was in flats. I can't imagine how much her legs hurt.
Yo,
She
dude,
didn't skip leg day, that's for sure.
no, the thing was, right, I don't know what it was, but like literally the only parts of my legs that hurt was literally like up to my foot to my knee. So like my other upper calves didn't hurt, but every time I like tried to like lift my heel from the ground, it would shoot a pain up my leg all the way up
Jeez.
to my knee. But that's where it stopped. So I was really confused. Cause like it's up to my knee and it hurts, but then like the upper part of my leg just didn't hurt at all. So I was just like, I think half of my body is
Well,
Uh,
that's fair. Man,
I was like, oh, there
carry
you
so
go.
much stuff.
But yeah, we finished that, and then so Sunday, so we got taken out to have Tex-Mex on Sunday after the convention.
Oh my god, we actually had a proper meal instead of not eating or just very quickly grabbing a slice of pizza. Wow.
Yeah,
I thought we
the
were
other days.
guests.
The other days we really didn't eat much because we were so busy and also just so much was going on. But
That's very convention behavior, I have to say.
But it's
Yeah, but we're
convention
guests.
staff behavior. We're
Not-
guests
Hi.
on an Asian level. This doesn't fly at all. My Asian
Well,
standards
yeah.
are too high. Okay.
we went and had Tex-Mex, which was really good. It was so
Tequila
tasty.
was fine. They gave us beans on nachos instead of beef on nachos.
Yeah, they got our nachos wrong. That was a little
Really?
bit sad.
No.
The southern accent on
But the other stuff was really good. I mean, it was still pretty good. It just wasn't what we had ordered. Sadly. Yeah.
Where's my picture? There's my picture.
The funny thing is that this is where
Oh
me
my
and Sensei
gosh.
figured out our tastes were very different. Which
Oh,
worked
yeah,
out at
the
the
drinks. So these two both ordered alcoholic drinks and then didn't like the drinks they ordered.
So, Ori, what was wrong with yours?
I think mine was a peach cocktail.
But
Or
what was wrong with
margarita.
it?
It was way too sweet, bro. I like oh my god, the funny thing, I forgot my toothbrush, so I didn't brush my
Oh
teeth.
yeah,
God.
She's-
Didn't have a
She had no
toothbrush for like 3 days.
So like anything that was sweet. My teeth are like literally rotting. And so I like low-key was like, God, I can't do this anymore. I'm dying.
Yeah,
So
at
I
the
got
same
the drink and I'm
time,
like,
I sipped on my drink and I was like, oh God, this is way too sour.
it was a mojito. Mojitos are good.
And then we looked
Mojitos
at
are
each other
good.
and then we swapped drinks. And
I was
it
like,
wasn't,
wow, this is
the orange drink was
great.
not too sweet at all. It was perfect.
No. That shit was too sweet, man.
No, that was just fine. Mine was way too sour.
No, yours was perfect. It was so good.
This is so funny. This is so funny.
I was probably my drink was also kind of sour, but it was okay. But it was just funny because the two just swapped drinks entirely. So
Because
It
mine was
worked
way
out in
too
the end.
sour.
I turned fucking pinker than the sun, like literally after drinking Sensei's drink.
oh yeah. She was bright pink.
I was like, oh, there I go. Bye.
Listen, guys, I've never met anyone who couldn't tolerate alcohol more than me. But on that day, I met someone who couldn't tolerate alcohol more than me.
God.
No, but Texas
boy.
is good.
Texas was so good.
Texas was
it
tasty.
I should have gotten whatever you guys got, because, like, not gonna lie, that shit was so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
got
shared,
the
though.
fajitas, so that was
We all
really
shared.
good.
Yeah.
It had sour cream and guacamole, and it was so good.
Oh, that sounds real good.
I'm hungry, please. It's
I
11
want
o'clock. I'm hungry, please.
Tex-Mex.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was fine. I got to experience taco, so that was fun. First taco in mouth.
Wow.
Baby taco. Remember the taco when you see the baby of the baby. Okay, all right, continue.
What?
And
The
then
FF.
and then after Tex-Mex, we had to like rush back to the convention for a good reason. Because we
We
took a bit
did?
of time. Yeah, Vegemite.
Oh, right, Vegemite.
So I brought Vegemite with me, and so we had to hurry back because the other guests wanted to try Vegemite. So you
And
had to go get like
apparently the staff
butter
couldn't
and-
find the right things that Mika needed, so we had to
Yeah.
go get it ourselves.
yeah, we because they were like, oh, what about wheat bread? I was like, no, not wheat bread. And so we got butter. Well, we got margarine, and we got some bread. And then I had a mini workshop on making Vegemite, how to eat Vegemite properly. And then I had to make slices for people. And how did you find it, Zane?
I hated it.
She made quite the face.
I hated it.
What about you, Ari?
I'm trying to find the Vegemite uno momento por favor, qua. It was, not gonna lie, I think it was because the butter made it extra more salty, but then without the butter, it was okay. Like, it wasn't like I was going to, like, it wasn't, like, the worst thing, per se. I did like it, though. It was pretty good. I think I just need to find something. I would put it on literally anything if I needed to. Like, that was, like, my thing.
One of the best ways to have it is actually with toast, but they didn't have a toaster, so I couldn't like toast it for everyone. Because if it's
So
toast, it's good, because then the butter melts into the toast, and then it's just the thing on top. But okay, so what are the stuff? So I was explaining how what Australians do to fuck with Americans is we'll get like a spoonful and give it to someone. One of the stuff was like, I bet, and then just like took a mouthful of Vegemite and ate it. Like a whole, like a spoonful of Vegemite and just shoved it in his mouth and ate it.
And then he
Did
was
not
like,
flinch at
yeah,
all.
cool. And then he just had it. And he had no reaction. He was like, yeah, okay, that was cool.
Even I was like, what the fuck? Because even I don't eat Vegemite like that. Gross.
That he did not even flinch either. Like, when I first had it, like, it was a little bit too much. Like, it was kind of salty. But then I was like, oh, you know what? It's okay. Like, as long as I put it on something else, it'll taste good. But then this man, like, literally, I kid you not, took that whole spoonful, put it in his mouth, and did not flinch. I was like,
Mhm.
you have high blood pressure? Like, how did you? Yo!
Yeah.
My goodness. Crazy, man. Crazy.
So I'm trying to imagine like what kind of how salty this thing is or whatever, right? And it's like I'm looking at it and it's Vegemite is
Think
made from
think
leftover brewer's yeast extract with various vegetable and spice additives.
Yep.
What the hell is that?
just think of yeast, like bread yeast plus 5,000 pounds of salt, and then you're probably pretty close.
It's a lot of salt. It's like it had the texture of like, oh my god, how do I explain this? Like it like it's definitely, oh my god, have you had what's it called? Is that why Gramps so salty? Damn you!
Hey now, I don't eat Vegemite that often. Also, someone said Zaki said the comparison people say is natto. Natto does not taste like that. No, fuck off.
No, it does
Definitely
not.
not. It's like really, really salty, and some people say it has like a soy saucy kind of taste.
It does. It does.
Oh.
It's like I'm trying to compare it to like a fish thing, but I don't know which fish thing that I'm trying to compare it to. But it's definitely like a fish thing.
Okay.
Like
If
you ever take like, you know, like what's it called? You know the sushi where they scrape the ribs of the fish, right? Huh?
No, not a clue.
No.
There's a sushi, right, where like they take the fish and like they scrape the meat off like the in between of the ribs of it. God, I forgot what it was called, but like and then they put it into a sushi, right? And it's like little like scraps of meat. It's like that, but then if you douse the sushi if you douse the fish in soy sauce, that's pretty much what it was. It's not rib sushi. I don't remember there's a Japanese name for it. Brain farting. Can't remember. Fuck. But it's like the
No
in between
idea.
of ribs. Oh god, fuck. Give me a second. But yeah,
Interesting.
I think
Interesting.
that's hilarious.
Huh.
I wouldn't know how to explain it except for unpleasant.
What is the
Anyway.
I found out I like Cheez-Its. Especially the
Cheez-Its
white
are
cheddar
good.
ones. Those are very good. Or it was like, no, I like the original, and then she nabbed a couple of bags. But I
The
like the
original
white
ones
cheddar
were kind
one.
of plain.
Yeah, I think
The white cheddar one was better.
Yeah, that was very bland.
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its, Cheez-Its,
Cheez-Its, Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
And then the
We finished
31st?
We finished our Sakon on that day, didn't we?
Yeah, we finished Conan on the 30th. On the evening.
Is it Ehomaki? No, it's not Ehomaki.
And then
I'll move the
Monday.
date forward to 31st. So that was the last day of the convention.
I had to get up really early.
Yep, Mika had to get up really early.
Because my panel was at 10:30 in the morning.
Oh my god,
and
wait,
again, we went to bed at like...
wait, I forgot.
Yep.
On the second day, I think it was second day, when Ori had spent the night in my room, there was a VTuber meetup that Oreo-san and Mika wanted to go to.
Oh god.
Yeah.
There was a VTuber meetup that Ori-san and Mika wanted to go to. So I was like, okay, I'll just tag along, you know? So I set my alarm, I wake Ori up, and then I hear Mika's alarm going off, so I'm like, oh, okay, she must be waking up. It goes off. 5 minutes later, it's still going off. Another 5 minutes, it's still going off.
Okay,
and then
for
it stopped eventually. And then I was like, okay, Mika must have woken up because the alarm has stopped constantly ringing from between our rooms that I can hear. So I was like,
okay, so for context, my alarm is set every 5 minutes.
So then I texted Mika like, okay, the two of us are ready. Whenever you're set, just let me know. And then so Oreo-san and I sit down and we're like waiting. And nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Naka-ochi, there we go. Found it. Thank you, Yuri. Sorry, but yes, yeah, nothing.
Thank you.
Hi. Nothing. So
nothing.
I was like, Mika up? So then I'm like, this is fine. I have Mika's key card. I have Mika's key card that can open his room.
So Zane and I swapped key cards so we could go each other's rooms.
Yeah, because they gave us two. So we like gave each other a spare. So then I go to his room, I swipe the card, and it's red. I'm like, what? So then I speak to the housekeeping that passed by our place to help us clean up stuff, and I was like, my friend is right next door. I have his key right here, but the card is red. Is something wrong? And he tells me, oh yeah, I tried to go in too to help clean up and stuff, but my card showed up red. That means that the person inside locked it. This piece of shit!
It's for safety. Look
here, have a key so you can come help wake me up. Locks the freaking door.
I locked the door for safety. There's something I want to add to that later, but I'll talk about it later.
So no, we did end up going to the VTuber meetup, but by the time we got there, everyone was gone.
Yeah.
Like Mika told Oreo-san and I to go first. Here's the thing. My worst case scenario was that Mika slipped and fell in the bathroom or shower or whatever, but he was just asleep, thankfully. So the staff did end up taking us there, but by the time we did get there, everyone has dispersed because I think it was just really hot. So everybody like gathered, saw each other, and then left. Okay, that's my side. I'm done.
Okay, so I set my alarms. I woke up and I fell asleep again. I was tired. We went to bed really late and we'd only been sleeping like a little bit. So yeah, I dozed back off and I woke up and I was like, oh shit. And I messaged to say, and I was like, I'm up because I think, was it one of you knocking on my door?
It was me. I was like, wake the fuck up, Mika. I
like got up and I got dressed and I was like, I'm sorry, I slept through my alarm. And then like I got dressed and then we hurried off. And then yeah, there was no one there. We saw a couple of VTuber cosplayers coming back, but they must have been like the stragglers from the group that had left, I guess. So unfortunate. We actually, there was other like meetups we were thinking of going to as well, but we just didn't get any time to go to them. Like there was a Bungo one, and there was a Danganronpa one, but we did not get the time.
I think in between our panels, so we
tag off.
Bungo was, I don't even know when Bungo happened because nobody reminded us, and we were just way too busy.
Yeah, so busy we really were.
Yep.
We did so much work for this convention.
Yep.
Yeah, and then so going back to Monday. So Monday we had to get up really early because the panels were like the first morning panels. They also moved my panel early, so my panel was supposed to start at 11, and then they changed it to 10:30. So I had to get up even earlier, and then so my panel is based off of there's a show on YouTube called Actually. And it's kind of like you say a sentence about like a series and it has to be corrected. And so that was kind of like the basis of my puzzle, my quiz. And one of the questions I asked for help from, and the person gave me the wrong information. Jason Free. So I obviously didn't see this, but I heard afterwards that when this question came up, Ori was screaming at the stream.
I was looking at Ori, and Ori was just screaming. We were in the secret room watching Mika's panel from there.
And then like right after that, the stream died, so they couldn't see the rest of it.
Yeah, Ori and I were like, no more stream for us.
And no one told me. So I didn't notice because I was too busy doing the actual like questions because I had like a PowerPoint open and it was like full screen. So I did not notice that it had died.
Yeah, or on said nothing because we assumed that someone knew.
Yeah,
it really sucks because this was like the few ones that I was awake to actually like watch, and I was like, oh yeah, and then Mika stopped talking, Mika stopped moving, there was no audience talking, and then it just fade to like
it was fade to orange.
Fade to orange.
The screen was orange. Yeah.
No.
Like no.
Man, it was unfortunate, but like the panel went pretty okay. It's interesting because like last year, the panel at the same time got like way more people showing up. This time around, there was only like a couple people. So I don't know if it was like too early or I think because maybe it was the Monday. So at first it was only like a couple of people, and then like slowly some more people trickled in. But the funniest part of that was so I had a bungo question, and this like kid came in later on. They're probably like, I would say maybe like 14-ish. I would say maybe they're like between 10 and 14. They were pretty young. They were a kid, and apparently they watched bungo because they were like, this is the answer. But they were talking about because Daze does this thing where he talks about like committing suicide, right? And he's just like, yeah, Daze was pissed because he wouldn't let him commit suicide. It's just this child just like on a microphone very loudly into the hall. I was just like, why do you know this, child? Why?
I'm just going to say once again, as I said in the secret room, and to Mika and to everyone here, that is slander against my Daze-san. All right, that is all. My interruption is over. Please continue.
Gee. But yeah, so the panel was like, it was really funny too because I got there really early. I was like, okay, last chance to do stuff, and then I got there early, and it was like the one time everything was working perfectly beforehand. So I just sat there for an hour in the cold, waiting for my panel to start because everything was fine. I didn't have to like put out any fires. And then your panel was right after, right, Zane?
Yep. Once Mika was done, it was my turn. My last panel on the 31st was the Asian trivia quiz panel, which I spent a lot of time on. But just like Mika, and like comparison from last year, there was like such a drastic change in the amount of people that showed up. But everyone still seemed to have fun. They were all very confused on some of the harder questions, and they knew some of the easier questions. And I think I messed up some of Ren's questions because
you certainly did. I was there. I watched everything. She was like, okay. I didn't think that she would be putting all the Filipino questions at this on the like, and then she was like, okay, this one is a Filipino question. All right. And then next it's like, what animal is this? What is this animal? What does this animal eat, and where is this from? So it would show like for example, I don't know, tapir, and then the country, and then she was like, yeah. So we're still in the Filipino section. And because I said that, we have to move forward because I gave the answer, and I'm like, Zane, please.
Kept giving people the answers.
Oh, apparently all the panels that day were dead. The programming staff were really shocked. Interesting.
What?
Huh. Staff saying all panels that on the Monday were dead. It wasn't just us.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So that was that day, and then there were like panels after us, but then we weren't involved. So then we were pretty much like, okay, we can pack up and be dismissed now.
Yeah, and that's what happened when that's when we were finally able to go and look at the artist alley, and Ari spent $100 on Final Fantasy
charms.
They were really cute charms, and they were 14, like FF14 charms, and I got all my children. Okay, like I needed keychains for my children. Okay, it was #worth. Like I got red and blue. They were really cute. And I loved it. I'm broke now, but it's okay.
Oh, we forgot to mention the really important thing that happened between Sunday and Monday.
Oh.
What?
Well, okay, we woke up that day. Mika went to his panel, and I went to the secret room, to set up for my panel. And then one of the staff came into the secret room. They were like, Zane, so we have something to tell you.
Oh.
So something happened during the night, last night to this night. I was like, okay. And they were like, so the Zane standee got stolen.
Yeah, her standee got stolen. What the hell? So someone came backstage to the panel room, which the one that I was sitting in for that morning, had grabbed the Zane standee. And then apparently what happened was it got taken to karaoke by someone. And then like some people were like dancing around with it on stage and put it down. And then after that, someone actually grabbed it.
And then someone else grabbed it and took off with it.
Yeah, so it got stolen. So he put out like a PSA, and at the end of my panel, I was like, "Hey, just so you know, if you guys see anyone with a standee like this,
If anyone
please
sees
let
Flat
staff
Zane,
know."
please let us
Yeah.
know.
Because unfortunately, Zane got nicked.
I've been stolen.
Literally could not.
Darn
believe
it! Should
I
have
was like,
added my
oh.
QR code onto it, so then when the person ran out of the convention room, you know, in the convention hall, people could scan the QR code. Create more advertisement. It's not just my face,
It's not just my face.
right? There could have been a QR code. Darn it.
Things
Yeah,
to
but
think about for the next time.
yeah, unfortunate.
Really unfortunate.
Hopefully it doesn't get stolen next time. That's the thing.
Yeah.
True.
The thing that's really funny about it too is like the staff pointed out to us that like there was like several $1,000s worth of like projector equipment and things like that, and they didn't take that. They took the cardboard cutout of the cute anime girl.
I did take the cardboard cutout of the anime girl.
Versus like the several $1,000s worth of like technological equipment, like projectors and like computer stuff and like cameras and like stream decks and everything else.
Yep. Man.
No, anime girl is life.
They needed the cutout of the Zane waifu.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah,
They found their new waifu.
Yeah, bye.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
I know. But that was
So
like
nice.
the actual day that we actually got to spend more time with each other while not being like half awake. Even though like
True.
extremely sleep deprived was still part of that equation, but we actually got to spend time with each other.
Yeah. We actually got to chill and do stuff.
What else did we do apart from visit the artist alley?
We went and had, what did we do for food? I'm trying to remember.
Karaoke.
That was karaoke.
Oh, that's right. We went to
That was
karaoke. We went to
night.
karaoke. That's right. Yeah. We went to a Korean karaoke place and we had a little food and we did some karaoke for
And
like
Mika stole all the
3
chicken,
hours.
so I couldn't eat anymore.
I mean, I ordered the chicken. I didn't know you
Yeah,
wanted
but
more.
we were all putting it in the middle and everyone was sharing. And then Mika just went like, okay, all of the chicken. I was like, oh, I guess I won't eat anymore then. It's culture
okay.
thing that like, you know, everyone was sharing and then Mika was like, alright. Up.
Okay, I ordered the thing for me and I didn't realize we were sharing and no one said anything that we were like specifically that we were sharing. So I was like,
But
okay, this is my thing that I ordered.
It's alright. It was more of a context thing, that's alright.
Because like, okay, so for me, for here, like it's usually like I order my own thing and then like here, would you like
I was
some?
like, yeah, that's very Western. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm just gonna sit.
Oh, fucking poppy paw. Oh my god. Okay, so this Korean place has the ye olde book of songs versus like
it was
Joy
just
Sound,
a giant book.
where it's like, yeah, instead of like you see with like Joy Sound and things like that, how it's got like a little screen. This is like the old school, like the more chill way of where it's like you have the big book and you have to search. And
yes, that's how we do it happens.
I was like, this will be funny. I found Poppy Paw, so I put it in. And Ari and I were like, yes. Ari and I were like, yes, let's sing this. We didn't know it was like a 5-minute song.
So long. I was like, holy shit, why is it still going?
Like time ceased to exist for a period of time.
Because like,
yeah, they just kept going.
The song kept going, it wouldn't stop.
It really wouldn't. I was like, oh god.
The two just kept going, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep looking through this book while you guys go Poppy Pal, alright?
Poppy.
The energy would slowly like just go.
Soya.
Does it? God, it
You know,
was
surprisingly, that place had so many like Japanese songs too, though. Like Vocaloids as well. That was very nice.
Yeah, lots of Vocaloid songs.
That's
that
very
was
fun.
good.
I was happy. I was so happy. I was fucking going ham. I was like, here we go.
and then these two sang Monochrome Kiss.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh my god! I also, for Ren's sake, I also butchered dramaturgy really fucking badly.
I feel
there is video of that.
It was so bad. I butchered
There
it
is?
so bad.
There is. Don't worry.
don't know where
Okay.
Zozo
Mm.
put it, but
Okay. I am sitting here expectantly for it later.
oh god. It's really bad. I don't know if you should expect
Yeah.
anything good from it, but like
Monochrome
Please,
Kiss,
I
the
don't
one
care,
from
it's
Back
dramaturgy.
Butler. Black
Mm-mm.
Butler.
black
Mm-mm.
of the black
Bluller.
black
Blah.
butler.
Black blood
Back
butter.
butter.
Black
Butter.
butler.
Butter.
Black
butter.
Okay.
back.
All right. All right.
Black butter.
Black butler.
Real black butter.
Black butler.
Black butter.
Back butter.
But no, the Korean food was actually pretty good, except for the chapaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Eh?
Yeah, that was
Spaghetti?
super bland. Oreo-san and I
I mean, I
ate
thought
it,
it was
and we
okay.
looked at each other, and we were like, "Yeah, that's so bland." And then Mika was like,
So
"No,
that's-
this is great." And Oreo and I was like,
I was like, it's fine. The sauce is fine. Okay, to be fair, the reason it was bland is because you asked for no spice in it. Because we can't eat spicy food.
"Yeah, it was
Chapaghetti,
so
so it's
bland."
like chapche but spaghetti?
No,
It was noodles. It was like
Glass noodles?
no, actually,
it was like 2-minute noodles, but then like
Oh.
with like a dark sauce, and then usually it has like chili stuff in it, but Zane asked for no chilies.
Eh,
Obviously.
That's okay.
Cha-
All right.
I found it. Chapaghetti.
Chapaghetti.
It's chachong, Chinese black bean sauce with thick
Yeah.
ramen noodles.
that did not taste like Chinese.
Changjang, right?
Changjiang,
Jajang?
yeah. Chachong,
Changjang,
yeah.
yeah. I've always wanted to try
Oh, without
that.
like the spicy stuff.
Yeah. So it tasted like nothing.
It should have had
It
more taste.
didn't. It tasted fine.
Yeah, it should have more taste in it, even without the spice, honestly.
True.
It
True.
should
Probably
have
should have.
more.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I ate it and I was like,
Yeah, Oreo-san and I looked at each other like, bland? Bland.
I like sat there and I was like, I'm gonna go back to my very spicy. I needed my very. I was like, yeah, no, that don't taste like nothing. I should have pulled out the chicken salt.
But
No, chicken salt's for chips.
no, I'm gonna put it out on everything.
Okay, for context, so in Australia, chicken salt's really big for putting on hot chips, so like a fish and chip shop or whatever. And it's like a thing only in Australia. So I took basically like jars of chicken salt for Ari, Zane, and Zozo. So they could try it because it's really good.
He says
if you
jars,
haven't-
but it's like a little box only.
Well, I say jar because it's kind of like gives you kind of like an idea for the size, right? Because if I say packet, you probably think of like these like ketchup packets or whatever.
It's a little, it's like a palm-sized jam jar.
Yeah, but like it's like a shaker, so you can shake stuff
Yeah,
out.
like a salt.
But
shaker.
but it's really good. It's really tasty, and yeah. So hopefully they enjoy it when they get to try it.
Oh, and then what else?
Oh, that was
Well-
the same. That was the same night we decided to fucking kill all our taste buds.
Oh
Yeah.
right, we did
Oh.
That's
We did
okay.
a
A
taste
video's coming
testing.
out of all of us doing a taste test of super cursed drinks and food.
Yay! And when we say cursed, we're talking things like butter,
Pickle soda.
Yeah.
God, the pickle soda made me had a visceral reaction of just it going out of my mouth.
Yeah, all of us like, yeah, you'll see in the video.
Yes, we
there
have
were
recorded the
many
video.
reactions. There
We're
were many
gonna need
reactions.
to edit it and all that before it goes live onto our channels, but look forward to that.
Yeah. And we also tried like some snacks as well, not just drinks.
Yeah, there was food.
We went to a place called Rocket Fizz, I think it was. Rocket something.
No idea.
Anyway, there was like one place we went to that had like a whole bunch of like weird drinks and also some like weird snacks and stuff. So we bought a bunch of stuff from there. It was good. It was nice.
It was fun.
It was fun, and then we did that till okay. So we started that at like midnight, and we finished at like 2 a.m. And this was the night before we had to leave for the airport the next day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we finished. We cleaned everything up, and then we went to our rooms to pack. Now, Zane had to be at the airport very early on the Tuesday morning.
Yes, I had to like go really early, and then apparently, staff didn't know that international or like they aren't used to, overseas people like being used to like a 3-hour time.
You
Like
you go to the airport 3 hours beforehand.
Yeah, that's what we're used to over here. So I was like, I need to be there at 9. And then the staff was like, we'll start the car at 9. I was like, no. I have to be there at the airport at 9.
But okay, just to go back a little bit because I want to tell the story because fucking okay. So Zane went to her room to pack, and then Ari was sleeping in my room. 2 things happened. Ari fell asleep on the bed, but she fell asleep outside of the covers, and because the aircon was on, right, I was worried that she was going to get sick. So I had to wake her up to be like, "Hey, Ari, wake up! You need to go. Like, you need to lay under the covers." I spent like a few minutes trying to poke her awake. I finally woke her up. She nearly kicked me and punched me. Like she was like fully prepared to kill my ass. Like I took a step back, and thankfully she didn't like knock me out. But you know, got her out, got her to go to bed. I finished packing, and I had messaged Zane being like, "Hey, I have some stuff like that you need to grab and so on." And then like let me know what time you're getting up so we can get up tomorrow morning. I didn't get a reply, so I thought, oh, okay, maybe she's done and she will go on to sleep to get more sleep, right? So I went and laid down. And I didn't lock anything because these guys were like bullying me about locking stuff. So
what's the point if I have a card but I can't wake you up? Bullying? Excuse me?
Okay,
you just defeated the whole purpose of me giving us a card.
You also locked the door.
But you can come in. You can push it open. It makes a loud sound. I couldn't come in at all.
Okay, I didn't know that it would do that, to be completely honest. Anyway.
Yeah, so that wasn't bullying.
Anyway, so I left everything completely unlocked so that like Zane could come in if she needed to wake us up if we like slept through our alarms, right? So I've closed my eyes and I'm like just starting to relax and I'm like just about to drift off, and then I hear the sound of the door. And then, like, I like sleepily, like, open my eyes, and then there's light, and I leap out of bed, and I'm, like, crouched with my fists up, thinking someone's, like, trying to break into the room, and it's just saying,
meanwhile, Oreo-san was still asleep.
With a bag. Yeah, Oreo was dead asleep. So I was just, like, crouched in the hallway, like, in the dark with my fists up, ready to fight someone trying to break in, and Zane's just standing in the doorway with a bag of stuff.
I was like, hey, you guys already asleep? Cool.
It scared the shit out of me.
And then
she just bent down, like threw a bunch of snacks at me and then left.
And then Mika gave me like the holder for my key. I was like, "Where's my key? Where's my key?
Yeah.
Where the frick is my key?"
Awake. So I'd taken the key out and given it to Ori, but I'd forgotten. So I gave her the holder, and then and she put like her key in there, and then we're like, "What happened to the other key?" We spent like 5 minutes trying to work out where it's gone.
Oh, we were so sleep deprived, guys. Ori was just asleep the whole time. She didn't move in her bed.
I had none of this. I found it. I grabbed it out of Ari's stuff and handed it to Zane.
Wait, when did that happen?
When you were asleep.
You were asleep.
Wait, did that mean you had to go through my phone?
Yeah, I did. Sorry. It's okay. I didn't take anything. Just the card for the hotel room.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Wait, so that means
taking Ori things.
What did you take?
Nothing. I took Ori's credit card during the text mix, and she didn't know, and I gave it back to her at the end of the night. Yeah. Who was like, "Ah!"
Oh yeah, I forgot about
that. Sorry. And then so I gave Zane her stuff. Zane like put a whole bunch of like she's like, "I'm not gonna eat these snacks. You take them." After I'd finished packing all my stuff, I was like, "Fuck, now I have to work out what to do with these." And then I like
stole
laid
half the
down
box of Cheez-Its.
Yes, because there was like a box of Cheez-Its, the white cheddar ones left. There weren't any like mini packets, so I just took the entire box, and then like I split it with Zane.
Yeah.
And then I went to bed for an hour and got up because that was when the alarms were set. And you didn't sleep, right, Zane?
I didn't sleep.
So then we had this whole kerfuffle with the 3 hours thing, and Zozo like freaked out, like he because obviously we're all really tired. It was all very early. He thought the plane left at 9:20.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he was like freaking out, thinking that it was 8 o'clock, and you went at the airport for your 9:20 flight. We're like, no. The plane leaves at 12. Zane
We
needs
need
to be
there
at the airport.
at 9.
So like the driver was like nowhere to be seen. We didn't know what was going on, so Zozo had to drive to the airport, and we just like sat in the car with.
I love that Mika got driver rights. I had no driver rights, no rights at all. Nothing about oversized luggage. Nothing about the bullet casing. They just helped Mika sort all of that, but me, nah. They don't need to help me at all.
They didn't really. I just kind of just like I just went, okay, I'm just gonna do my own thing then, because they didn't really give me an answer for most stuff until like the very end.
They did say they were gonna help you, but I don't know if they did.
The only thing is like Mary mentioned that the like for us we could take the cutouts. I think was like the only thing.
I think she only checked with your airline.
Was it not the same, like through the same airline though? Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, that was kind of
I don't think so.
It's not helpful on like for any like in the sense of like Zane's not gonna know sort of thing.
If it was, I wasn't told we were on the same airline, and I just knew that guest relations was helping you check your things.
Because I was very vocal about it, as I tend to be.
Asians are not going to be vocal about their needs, guys.
Oh my God.
So, but in the end, it didn't matter because Zane got stolen anyway. So
it didn't even matter.
But yeah, so Zane left, and oh, okay. Mike called the airlines regarding cutouts and got prices for the cutouts. Okay, I only heard my price for me, so
I didn't even know that at all. Nobody told me nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah,
favorite child.
Don't think so. Not even close. But so Ori and I also, by the way, we were in our pajamas because like we were like hurriedly trying to make sure Zane wasn't gonna be late. So we were in our pajamas at the airport with Zane.
I was pretty sure Mika wasn't gonna come, and then Ori was like, "I'll go," and then Mika was like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'll go too."
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I was gonna go if you like. Okay, because here's the thing, right? I didn't want Zane to like feel pressured for us going to say and stuff. So I was like, Zane, do you want us to go? Yes or no? And she was like, Because
of course I'm not gonna say anything. I'm Asian, and do you know my IRL trope? Hello, my IRL trope is a tsundere. Nobody knows what an actual tsundere is until they actually meet me. I'm not like the tsunderes in the freaking anime. It doesn't work like that.
That is true.
It's more subtle, guys. It's more subtle.
But yeah, I was like, I didn't want to be pushy and annoying.
Oh, so
you know, I'm like sappy, and you're like blah when I'm sappy. So we went, and then Ori and I just kind of sat in the car while Zozo drove us back, and then we're like, hey, so when's checkout? Because it's like in half an hour if it's at 10, because it was like 9:30. So, and then
I tried to sneak Ori money, and then Ori snuck it back on me. I hate her.
So Zane tried to sneak Ori some money, and then because I think Zane dozed off in the car a little bit, and then Ori like
snuck it back to me in the hotel room before that. Actually,
I Sensei woke me up, tried to hand me money while I was like half asleep,
ran away,
and then ran away. Then we went to Sensei's room, and this girl, bless her soul, decided to leave her bag right next to me, in the bed, and I was like, oh, opportunity. And she just never noticed.
Hate.
Oh dear.
And then it got like to the checkout. No, let me check in, and the Ori was like, check your bag, and I was like, fuck you.
I can be sneaky when I want to be. Okay, I swear I can shut my mouth when I need to.
Sure.
Hey, you didn't even know until after you started checking it.
True, I didn't find it.
I had to tell you just in case, like somebody saw it poking out, and I was just like, here you go. By the way, I stuck it back. She had me cash, and I was like, no, that's a lot of cash. Wait, take it back.
No. And
No.
then, so mine was at 12. So, and then I got on all right. And then next was Mika's flight.
Which was at 3. And so one of the other guests, Chris from Sakai Project, who looks after like visual novels, games and stuff, localization. Because our flight was so close, I got on the plane. Not on the plane. I got on the driver picked us off both at the same time because he was like, "Why take one of us when we can take both? It's only 20 minutes difference." So we went together, and I'd met Chris before, like I knew him. So it was like not weird or like awkward or anything, which was nice. And then because he flies a lot, he was like, "Hey, come with me," and like I got to sit in the American Airlines lounge and like get free drinks while I waited for my plane. So that was nice.
Wow.
So I had to fly to LAX. I had to fly to LAX first, and then and then I had like a 6-hour layover, and then fly back home.
Yeah, I know, right? Agreed. Favorite child. Yeah. Favoritism. Casual racing. Okay.
Well, that's true. Well, I mean, you did stop in Japan for only like a 2-hour layover.
No, yeah,
then-
yeah, that was the kerfuffle.
Yeah, but
But
didn't
let
know
me
about your
finish
kerfuffle.
first. No, you get on the plane first.
No.
Oh, you're on the plane? It was just like seats, drinks on the plane? I thought you had like something. Oh, that was in the layover. Okay. And then
That was the
after
layover, yeah.
Mika's flight was Ori.
mine, yeah. Okay, okay. I'm gonna out myself a little bit, but like pretty much TLDR. Like I went to the airport that is not big enough to have international flights, pretty much. So I went to the airport that didn't have international flights. So that means I'm freaking going domestic, right? So I'm going domestic. And I go there, like, give or take, because I wanted to get there, like, at least 2 hours early, just in case shit hit the ceiling, even though the airport wasn't that big. But it was good that I did, because my luggage itself was, like, freaking McHuge. It was, like, puffy, pretty much. And so I literally had to sit on it and then, like, zip it shut. And then I was like, okay, I took out the switch. I took out, like, the things that would probably you need to put through, like, security, x-rays and stuff, whatever. And I get in. Right, and I put it on the tray, and it goes to the x-ray, and but it's like taking a long time, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I put it through. I had like 3 trays by myself, simply because I had to take out my laptop, then I had to take out the switch, then I had to put everything else into one bin, and then plus my bag. So I had like 4 different things going through this x-ray already, right? I'm going through it.
Oh.
I get it. It's fine. And then my bag gets tagged.
I thought that was normal though, Ori-san, with the trays. Because they had us like take off our shoes too.
Yeah, I had to take off my shoes too.
Yeah, so
and I
like
was
3 4 trays normal.
it's like so many things. And I'm like, okay, fine. This is fine. This is normal. I walk through and my bag is tagged. And I'm like,
Oof.
fuck. I'm like, what is in the bag? Like, I took out the switch and everything. Like, I don't know what's in the bag that could have been tagged. Right. And the thing is, they take it, right? And I need to sneeze. Give me a second. Oh.
Bless
Nope.
you.
Not you. Are you a fish?
Yes, I am a Pisces.
We should explain that afterwards too.
The thing is, they tag my bag, they pull it over to the side, they look me straight in the eyes, like, we need to do a search and all this, and I'm like, okay, fine, what is it? Like, I don't think it's anything bad, right? The thing is that my bag, they open my bag and they take literally everything out of my bag. I kid you not, they took out my toiletry, they took out my freaking PJs, my underwear, my everything, my merch, my bag. Like, the only thing they left in that fat ass bag was my comb. So they took out my tarot cards, for Pete fucking sake. Like, they took out everything, and they like literally put it 4 trays worth of my shit through the x-ray again, right? And then we're just like putting it through, and it took like God forbids how long, and I'm staring at my empty, now deflated suitcase like, fuck, I'm gonna have to repack this. Right?
Yeah.
It's fucking concaved in, like there's no air in it. The only thing they did not take out was my stupid comb, and they they looked at the thing and they're like, well, they took a look at the chicken salt, put it back in the bag, and then we're like, thank you for your patience. Here's your 4 trays of item. Here's a place to pack it. Good luck, have fun. I'm like,
F.
okay. So
They were
I'm
like,
sitting
yeah,
there.
you didn't pack good
What?
enough.
I was the only one that got tagged. That's the thing. Out of everyone that got tagged, like out of everybody, like I was the only one that got tagged, and I'm like, this bitches. I'm like, you bitches.
Oh.
So they were, and so I'm sitting there as everyone's passing me by, as I'm trying to stuff my undies into the goddamn plastic bag. Like I fucking hate this.
Casual racism.
Casual
I even asked
racism.
Ori, like, did you hold your American passport in your hand the whole time? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, gosh darn it. Because, like, that's what I did most of the time. I just held my passport so that people wouldn't bug me. Again, not American, but, you know, like, okay, please do not bug. I mean, I did get tagged in my bag, but it was, like, the phone stand. So, like, they kind of opened it, they pulled it out, like, they pressed at my phone stand. And I'm like, eh. And then they handed it back to me and I put it back in. And that was fine. Unlike Hori's.
Didn't take anything either. That's the thing. They just looked at the chicken salt, was like, oh, okay, and then just put it back in the bag and then handed me everything. I'm like,
They probably thought it was like a bomb or something.
bruh! Like, oh my god. They didn't need to take my whole fucking PJs out because that bag was on the top. That was the first bag in the thing. So they really could have just taken it out. Looked at it. I like told them maybe it's like, I don't know, it's in a bag. But they had to take out my underwear.
I was saying that it couldn't, like, at least there wasn't anything actually sus in there that got pulled
Yeah.
out, because that would have been very, very awkward if it
That
had
would've
been
been
like
very
a
awkward.
ROT dojinshi
You know,
or
stuff
like
like that.
other things.
Yeah. So just as I said, it might be because it was like an overstuffed bag. It was so packed that they had to check because they couldn't scan it properly.
Christ.
Much F.
Yeah.
So
my
your flight went
let's
okay,
see.
right?
Yeah, my first flight was like 15 to 16 hours from where I was to Narita. And okay, it was fine, quote unquote, because there was no screaming children that would open his mouth every 5 seconds to go, ah, you know? But this guy next to me, he wasn't particularly like giant or big. He was like a normally built guy. Pretty fit. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a fine flight. I sat by the window seat. I go to sleep. I fall asleep like every time I would fall asleep, I fall asleep for 1 hour and I wake up because of multiple reasons. One, it was very cold. Two, this guy next to me, he was watching his stupid movies or whatever, and he would suddenly elbow me. I'm like, motherfucker! I'm trying to sleep.
Jeez,
I don't
that's
know.
rude.
I don't know. I think he was like watching something and he would react and then he would elbow me. And he was like, I don't know, the way he sat, he just took up both armrests next to him. I'm like, can I have some fucking room? I was like, I know I'm leaning towards the window because I'm sleeping, but like, hello? No.
Oh,
but,
yeah. I think that was
shit.
that was me too, not gonna lie.
But no, that was like, I still got to sleep. Like, it was like 1 hour of rest and then wake up, be like, oh, is there food? Is there water? No, okay. And then I would wake up again. And that was the majority of the flight. And then I got off the flight in Narita with a layover. And that's when I saw Ren and Ori like chatting. So I was like, oh, I'll come in and chat. And then because I was like listening to them, I didn't realize that I forgot to go to my gate to check in.
Oh god.
Oh my
And Ren and Ori yelled at me.
This, can I just say, because I was speaking with Zane on her first flight, I think it was her first flight. I was talking to her in chat, and then she mentioned like, oh, she looks at her the boarding gate
Oh, this
area,
was back when I
and
was
she's
in
like,
Texas. Yeah, I was
yeah,
like,
this
oh,
was
it's
back
so
when you were in Texas.
busy.
It's busy, and I was like, looks at my time. Well, it is 30 minutes before your boarding time, and she was like, what? Oh, is that me? Oh, and I'm like,
yeah, and then I double checked and I was like, wait, flight number, oh, that's my flight. Those are people on my flight. Lining
this
up.
dumbass bitch. And then at least she got it there, you know. And then the next I think it was morning for me by then, right? And I was sitting with Ori, and she comes in. We were talking. Basically, this bitch would, if not reminded, would probably have missed her flight. Not once,
But
twice.
twice.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Like,
No, they
oh,
were actually like calling my name over the PA system, but I had my AirPods in and I was like talking
my
to Oreo-san and
God.
Ren, who I didn't
Oh.
know.
my
Oh my
god.
God. Oh god, I'm so glad that you were on the voice chat then. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I don't know which
Jesus.
one of them reminded me, but one of them was like, "Have you went to your gate to check in yet?" And I was like,
I think it was Ori.
I think it was me.
I was like,
Jeez. Goodness me. But as well as that, the other incident with regards to your plane in Narita.
yes. They were like, "Oh, you are this airline? Quick, you need to go this way." And I'm like, "Oh, there's like an hour until my flight." And we're like, "Quick, this way!" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So then I went like through like a special line. It was like international instead of like the other longer line. And then I was like, "Okay, let me take everything out, run it through." And then my casing, the empty casing for the sniper rifle bullet, got tagged. So the security that was helping there was like, "Oh, what's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, we went to the gun range. We did some shooting, so I kept this as a souvenir." And she was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then she was like, "Oh, but I need to hold this back and check with someone." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So then we waited, and one like officer of the airport came, and same routine. Like he asked me like, "Oh, what is this from?" I showed him pictures. Like we did the shooting at the gun range, and it was like, "It's a souvenir. It's empty." And he was like, "Oh, okay, that's pretty cool." And then a third officer of the airport came. So this was a she, and she was like, she instantly first noticed like my stuff that I had, like my fandom stuff, like the Detective Conan and the Bungo Stray Dogs fandom stuff. And I was like, "Oh, you like that?" I was like, "Yeah, I like that." And then we had a little talk, and same thing, like, "Oh, okay, around how old are you? Okay, what's your job?" I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "What's this come from?" I showed her the pictures as well. I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. It should be fine." And then we sat there because they had to call in hacking detectives, apparently, to come in. So we sat there for 15 minutes. 2 detectives, 1 male and 1 female, came in. They put on gloves and all that. And they were like checking the bullet casing. It was like, oh, okay. Like the whole thing, same questions. And they're like, "Yeah, no, you can't keep this. We're taking it." And I was like, "Huh?" So no, yeah, I sat there for like 30 minutes, and then ultimately they didn't let me keep the empty rifle bullet casing.
Didn't the security guys were like, "No, it's fine," and the
Yeah,
detectives were like, "No, it's
everyone.
not."
Yeah, so the security people were all like, "Actually, it's just a souvenir, it's fine." But then the detectives were like, "No, she can't keep this." So there was like it was not very obvious. It was very much polite Japanese talk, but like you could feel it. You could like understand it, you could feel it. It was kind of like, "But it's just a souvenir, it's empty and all that." But then the other people were like, "No, she can't keep it." So ultimately I couldn't keep it.
Zane is a fugitive on the run.
Yep.
It's like, I don't understand, because like you're just passing through. You're not even stepping into Japanese soil.
Yeah, I'm just like there for like an hour, and then I'm leaving to
Yeah.
Hong Kong. But they're like, "No, they can't keep it."
It's really weird.
Like, I mean,
And
if I
unfortunate.
knew I could have put it in my luggage, I would have, but I know that like I can't put like metal or like batteries and stuff in there, so I didn't want to risk it. And like nobody told me what to do with mine, because shotgun stuff were plastic, and mine wasn't plastic.
I just assumed it goes in checked luggage.
I don't know. I assumed I should keep it out in the obvious, like so that everyone could see that it was safe.
I mean, that's a fair thing to assume when you don't know.
But I took pictures. I already posted them
on her Twitter.
Yeah, my Twitters.
The
That
RIP.
was the little kerfuffle. I went back. I didn't sleep on the way back. Mostly, I took a nap. watching movies, and then I landed okay. And I got home, and then I passed the heck out. I did
landed in
Pokemon Sleep.
LAX. Yeah, you did. I landed in LAX, and then I was supposed to meet up with a longtime friend, but he went to FanFest, Final Fantasy FanFest. He got sick, so we couldn't meet up. And then Nettia was like, "Hey, are you at the airport right now?" I was like, "Yes." So they like finished work and then immediately drove over to come say hi. So we went to In-N-Out, which was like a famous burger place in California. So I also had like someone try to like, not okay. I don't want to say that they tried to kidnap me, but you know how there's like those people who are dodgy at the airport and they're like, "Hey, do you need a taxi?" But it's actually not like the taxi people. It's like some dude walking around. It's one of those guys who came up and was like, "Hey, do you need a lift? Do you need a taxi ride?" And I was like, "No, I'm good. Thank you. Goodbye." So, because the actual taxis are like a 5-minute shuttle bus ride away. It was really weird. There was no taxis at the actual airport itself. You had to go away from the airport to actually get to them. So, and then I went through TSA at LAX and it was fine. Like I didn't even have to take off my shoes when I did at Dallas, which was really weird. I was like fully prepared to take my shoes off and everything, but didn't have to. I didn't even have to do like the special scanny thing where they have you hold your hands up and stuff.
Oh yeah, that was cool. I was like, what am I doing?
I didn't have to do that though. They just waved me through. They're like, "Okay, you're good."
That's good.
And then I got on the plane and so when I was getting my tickets, because it was all the way through, so I got the tickets for both flights. The lady didn't give me a chance to say I wanted like a window seat or anything, so she just gave me one. And I looked at it and it said J, and for most airlines, J means like the window. Yeah, it wasn't the window. So I got on and it was a middle seat, and I was like, "Fuck." So I went to the attendant. I was like, "Hey, is it possible to like, can I switch seats because I really don't want to be in a middle seat for a 15-hour flight?" And they're like, "Oh, well, it's really full, so you'll just have to sit and wait." And I was like, "Okay." And then I sat down. I pulled all my stuff out. I got comfy. And then another attendant came by and said, "Hey, there's like an aisle seat free with an empty seat next to it. Do you want that?" I was like, "Yes, please." So I had to like pull all my stuff out again, and I scurried over to this other spot, and then I sat down, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm safe, thank God," because yeah, it was a very full flight, but because I asked so early upon getting on, they were like, "Yeah, you can go here." Thank God. And then I got home, and then I drove home, and then it was like, I think I got home at like 8 in the morning, so I had to stay up all day. So I tried to play Apex and I got mad at people because they were being stupid. Because I was tired and I had no tolerance for stupid people. So I just stopped playing Apex instead. And I just I didn't remember what I did yesterday. I think like I was talking with Zane, Ren, and Ori when they were around. And then I passed out at like 9, and then I woke up at like 8 in the morning the next day. So I slept for like nearly 12 hours.
That's good.
Which is good.
I took like little naps, and then I slept at like 1 or 2. And then until this morning, where I woke up, and then the two of you were like, "Hey, stream has already started."
Okay, so here's the thing. We were talking about it yesterday in voice chat. Like we were talking about it. Ari said 1 p.m. and like usually like it's 1 p.m. GMT plus 8 because that's usually how we overall we tend to operate.
11.
Oh, I thought you heard you say 1.
I said 11 for GTM plus 8 and then 1 p.m. for 8 or 8.
I heard 1 p.m. for GMT plus 8, so that's my bad. I was also, you should have known better. I was like sleepy. I blame you. I take no responsibility.
Even to be part of this.
Anyway, I woke up really early and I had to go get my car serviced because there was like a part in my car. They're like, "Hey, your car might like break apart if you don't get this checked." So I went and did that. And then as I was like leaving to because I picked my car up, I get this message going, "Hey, stream is in an hour, right?" And I was like, "What do you mean stream is in an hour?" And I was like, I don't think Zane is awake yet.
Yeah, I just didn't set any alarms and I just slept.
Sorry.
Yeah. And I also got like a message from Ori. It's like, "Hey, he coming? No one's lead. No one's awake yet. But like, and I was like, what? Huh?
Oh yeah, we said yesterday that Ren should join us because he was like involved with a bunch of stuff, but he didn't hear us say that. I think so. He was like, "Huh? Oh yeah, we did." Okay. So this is going back a little bit. We didn't mention. So when we watched Bungo, we also after that we also turned on like the camera. So it was like Ren and then the three of us on camera, and we were like running around the room.
Oh yeah, they were, and I did actually like
You
Ori
could see
being
us.
tortured, live. So it's
Rent
like
out my PTSD installment like alive.
I really did. Oh my god.
And then there was
As well
me at the
as
side just going shrug emoji.
yeah, shrug
Mm.
emoji.
While Mika and
Thumbs
Ori was just
up.
nyum around there. I was like, I'm here too. Hi
was also-
Ren, what's up?
Was also able to see like on live camera
Yummy.
the Shibuya
I am
meltdown.
touching it with
Uh,
my
Oh,
mouth.
yeah.
a bit of a Shibuya meltdown. So that was great.
Hello, Karana-san. Thank you for coming
Hello.
by.
What
We're just
comment took
talking about
Sensei
like
out? Something.
wrapping up.
You said a comment and it like
Oh
fucking
boy.
killed Sensei instantly.
I can't remember.
Can't
I
remember.
don't remember. It was something that Ren said, and both Oreo-san and I just fell to the ground.
Oh no, I can't remember
I
either.
can't remember either.
Oh
There was a lot
no.
of talking about my charger incidents, and then there
Oh,
was
yeah.
talking about Oreo-san trying to do the crafts with this, like, Oreo-san explained to Ren what happened with the tape, that she was like slowly pulling with her hands, but she wasn't,
Oh
her
yeah,
hands
the
weren't
tape
long
incident.
enough.
The tape incident. Yeah.
So then she
Oh.
was like, hold on to the other end, Sensei, and I was like, okay, I hold. And then she suddenly yanked. And I said, I'm holding it. I didn't say I'm holding it onto tightly. So then it slipped right out of my hand. And then it crumpled up and the tape couldn't be used anymore.
It was such
That's
a
so
clean cut of tape. It was so clean. Nothing rolled on itself. Everything was good. But me being the short queen that I am, have short arms to match, So like dead ass was like I couldn't get the last bit. So I asked Sensei to hold on to it onto the
Yep,
end,
I
right?
held on to the end.
He held on to the end, but you held on to the end like you were trying to you like held on to it while holding a damn pinky up like it was disgusting to touch. And then I yoinked it trying to get the last bit of tape out. And next thing I know, my whole beautiful non-sticking, not everything's fine tape is now crumpled up into a ball and unusable. I'm like, motherfucker.
You must understand then that like at least now you learned that like that's how she holds most things.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? It was like a running thing of like Zane shouldn't touch stuff.
God. God.
I can't even remember all of them, but basically, anytime Zane touched things, stuff would break.
What I remember, am I allowed to like mention this? Is like other than the tape was like the tablet.
Zozo's tablet. I held on
Zozo's
to
tablet.
it for him because he was like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
help me type a message to everyone. I was like, okay. And then I type, and they're like, Zozo, there's no internet. And then Zozo was like, wait, it was connected like 2 seconds ago. I was like, tap, there's no internet. And then like for the whole ride back, I was like trying to poke the internet. It didn't work. So then I gave it back to him once we got back to the hotel. And it was working. The moment Zozo was like doing it again.
Yeah, Sensei
Wow.
just broke everything, I guess.
Damn.
Oh boy.
But the second
Yeah.
tape, after the first tape, the second tape was Oreo-san's fault for letting me try again, okay?
I was trying to be nice,
So
and I thought it was
Oreo-san was
blue.
trying to be nice. It's just like, here,
It
we
was
can do
like,
this again.
She was like, it can't happen twice in a row, surely.
Surely I had too much hope.
Yeah, so then I helped her again. And then the tape crumpled up again. Oreo-san was like, all right, Sensei, just go back over there. Just go away.
Send her away.
It's because it
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
yeah, go ahead.
No. I just remembered something. Go. I'll tell after.
No, it was just simply because it was just like it was something for the escape room. So I was literally helping, trying to put together their escape room. And then Sensei was just like, whoops, tape's gone. I'm like, oh fuck. Okay, you know what? No, get out, get out. I'll do it myself.
Okay,
was
so I don't know
happy.
if you all saw the pictures that I posted. So we have like a folder with all these pictures, right? So when I was at LAX, there was like a CPR machine, and the CPR
Huh?
machine just has like a full on like torso with like boobies out that you can like press with. I was like, because I was like, what the hell is this? I was walking towards my gate, and it's just like a torso with boobies that you can press on to practice CPR, and it had like the CPR thing was playing "Staying Alive." Because that's one of the songs you could keep in rhythm to like for the amount of like pressing you need to do for CPR. I can't show it on stream, I don't think, because it's like boobies. But like, I was just walking, and then there's suddenly just like a torso, just on the side of the walkway.
Sometimes
Like, what the
you
fuck?
just gotta get the torso, you know? You just have to get the boobies.
And
Everybody
also,
wants to buck.
the panel had like a video, and it was Dr. Mike from YouTube on it, and I was like, what the fuck?
Mm.
Not
So
Dr.
there's like a
Mike.
famous YouTuber called Dr. Mike, and I was like, wait a second, I know this guy from YouTube.
Yeah.
What is going on?
To be fair, if that was in LAX, you are literally in the heart of content creators. Like,
True. That is
right.
very true.
you are like in the heart of like content upon content. So really,
Yeah, it was just really funny. Uh,
the Mike teaching you how to compress on boobies.
well, yeah, it was interesting. The choices for that, but yeah. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Y'all
Oh,
made it.
we
Y'all
made it.
survived.
We survived.
We
Wait.
sure
It was a
did.
lot. It was a lot, that's for sure.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was
It
definitely a lot.
was.
Mm.
And then what's it called? And then next thing you know, I left for Texas with Twitter being Twitter, and I come back and it's now X. So I'm confused as fuck.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's
So
what
It
I
happened. It
think.
happened over the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it updated.
I was like
Like,
confused as balls every time I saw because every time I saw Mika or Sensei or Ren post, it would just be like X, and I'm just like,
What the fuck is this?
what
who the fuck is
did
this?
something go wrong? I'm like, what is this?
Mm-mm.
Like what virus
What
installed
virus?
Virus did I
this really sus app, man. Really, because it looks like a prawn site, bro. Like,
It does. It really, really does. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, bye.
my
Yeah,
God.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah.
so that was the
Everybody
trip.
survived.
We
We
survived.
survived.
Welcome
so
back,
tired.
everybody.
Otsukare sama desu wa.
Otsukare-sama.
Everyone.
Let's go.
My God.
My gosh.
Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Expectation did not meet reality. The trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flip. I
Slip
don't know if I'm
time.
like all done with jet lag yet either.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm just a little bit tired because I slept for so long.
I'm so tired. My feet still hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You must what's it called? You gotta put your whole body into a really hot bath because I'm pretty sure your shoulders are still dying from
Oh
the
yeah, that was something Orion kept mentioning to me. Like every time my shoulder or my neck went pop, I was like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Like every
Oh,
time
nah,
you're
it's
dying,
okay,
you were just like,
it's
oh, my
okay,
shoulder hurts. I'm like,
Zozo.
go fucking
It wasn't
soak your damn body in a
you, it was
goddamn
like-
hot bath, Mark.
It was just like a whole
Speaking
overall
of shoulder, I
general
just
thing.
remembered.
So
I
it's
don't know
not
if this is
anything you have
the
to be
cause of the
sorry
Shibuya
over.
meltdown for
I
the
don't know if
last
you can hear
time.
me, but yeah, daijoubu.
But there was a point where both Mika, my God, I watched this. Okay, it was really both Mika and Zane had Ori in the middle, and then one held one arm, and then the other, and then they pulled.
Oh.
Well,
okay, that was not me. I was holding onto Ari's hand. I did not try to rip out her arm. That was Zane.
no, it was Zane. Zane had this like the vicest grip I've ever seen her make, and then
Zane let the voices win. I just went yank on Ari's arm.
I fucking got child custody, but the whole animated version where literally both my arms were taken by Mika and Zane, except Zane won the custody battle and fucking yanked me.
Oh my god.
God.
I was like,
Aw.
I felt my shoulder go. I was like, goodbye. Oh
Man.
my
Oh,
god, my shoulder.
Hi,
Otsukare.
Sorry for you too, Ren, because you had to wake up for these random 3 a.m. panels.
Right. Forget that
Yeah.
people were like asking. It was like I think it was the LGBTQ one, or somebody asked once, and it's like Bren woke up at 6 a.m. and they were like, "Huh?" It's like,
Oh yeah,
"Yeah."
like where's Ren? Ren, where are you?
It's like I'm here, bro. I got my coffee. It's like 6 in the morning, folks.
Yeah. We bullied Ren into joining us for some panels, so
Certainly.
Yeah.
Thank
they
you
didn't
for
get up at like 3 in the morning.
God. I woke up at like what? Yeah, 2, 3. But then like that was the first panel, so things were still really, really, really rough. And I was just waiting. I was like poking in. It's like, is everybody okay? Isn't it like past
Oh
time
boy,
already?
it sure was. It sure was.
Yeah.
And they were all like,
100%.
and then I would get messages like,
We
Ren,
know.
sorry, we can't hear you. Or like we can't talk right now because we're setting things up. And like, oh, okay. Open CSP draws.
It just makes you picture like Ren like crouched in the corner, like drawing little circles in the dirt. Be like, okay, I'll wait, I guess. Ooh.
Ah.
Yeah. So that would happen. But yeah, waking up early is not as tough as like what you guys had to do. So really, let's get it.
Otsukare.
Let's get it. And like Zane said, we'll have like some of the panels up, so everyone can see them.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Mika
We just
and
have to wait.
I, or
Where
maybe
can they find
Oreo-san
them?
as well, we might have an additional stream where we talk about the escape room as well.
Yeah.
Like how we
Oh
designed it,
no!
the story, the puzzles. Yes?
I just realized something important, Zane.
Yes?
Our Akasupa chat box. We didn't grab the
I did.
messages. Oh, you got them? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yatta.
We had like a little box that people could leave messages in on the merch table because we unfortunately didn't get to sit at the table this year. And so we're like, leave us a message and we'll read them out for a stream. But they grabbed them, which is good because I forgot.
Tired.
So,
I spent like 3 hours, so the stream.
Yeah, we did. We spent 3 hours, and like
Or even longer.
4 hours.
I just also want to add like like these three did so much during this whole convention, and would like to thank the staff, especially especially Zozo
Zozo
was
helped
there,
out so much.
helped so much, and I heard everything like that what has been happening, and really thank you, Zozo, for taking care of my friends. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Dude, Zozo was a fucking trooper. I swear to God.
Yes.
I feel like if Zozo was not there, I think
don't know
everything
what would have
gone to
happened.
shit,
I
right?
can't
Yeah.
believe it. Zozo
Yeah.
taking care of us already in Final Fantasy taking care of you guys. It's great. It's what a trooper. You're so strong.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, completely unrelated, but I just remembered something
Yes.
very funny that I want to mention. Okay, so when we were getting through, like when we were leaving the panel room to like keep us like safe from getting doxxed, we had like a back entryway that we could go through. And I'm sorry, I just watched Ari's nose like yeet off.
Same. I was like, what was that?
Okay.
Sorry.
So the three of us went through this back way, right? And it's like the back where staff are, and it's like where like they put trolleys and stuff. And it was like the three of us, and we were a little bit, I think we were a little bit sugar high. We must have had something the day. But the three of us were like hunched with our arms out and our legs spread, and we're like running around like goblins and going like through the hallway. Just like if you came across the three of us, we were just like goblin walking through this back entry. All three of us making stupid noises.
Oh god. I think that was the actual day. I think that was the actual day where we managed to have breakfast.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Guys, remember the fucking silent room where we literally all got in and started screaming, "Let us out!"
Oh god, I have videos for that. That's gonna come out as well. Yes.
Let us out!
Let us out. Yeah.
There was like a screaming burst, so we all just like took turns jumping in and screaming to see how much
How
it muted
loud?
us.
Yeah.
It did
That was
not mute
fun.
us, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
No, it was very
Zozo
muted.
had to put up with our brain cell
I
between the
know.
three of us the entire time.
Especially my
Singular
lack
brain
of brain cells, because like apparently sleep-deprived Zane just forgets all of her chargers all the time.
Man.
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 Expectations were met and chargers were left.
God, that was a time.
Right.
It was.
So where can people find like the videos that you guys will be coming? Will be
Never.
never.
Well, we have to
okay.
get them from the convention first. I mean, they're up on the Twitter the Twitch VODs, but we don't know for how long. So
They're still on
we'll have
Twitch
to
right
wait and
now.
see.
I just
Yeah.
checked. They are actually still
You'll
up
have to
right
scrub
now.
for them.
Yeah.
Because
Good luck.
sometimes they have panels that like are back to back, and then that's just one stream. So you have to find
Yeah.
it.
So you'll have to
So
go
if you-
looking for it.
If you guys like are like excited to see that, like
You don't want to wait.
impatient,
Yeah.
yeah, you can go check them out. Here, let me link you guys.
Twitch.tv /Animefest2023.
Yeah, I actually have it like up already. Here you go. It's at their videos thingies. There you go,
Thank
guys.
you. Oh,
Thank
Yosh.
you.
that was a trip, and this is our very casual post-con
Zatsu.
wrap up.
First Konsatsu.
Post contact, yes.
Man.
Zatsu desu.
That's done with you.
And we'll probably talk a little bit more like during our streams anyway. We'll like mention specific things that we forgot or like talk in more detail. So you know.
It's fine.
But I think it's time for slup.
It's time
Actually,
for
indeed.
actually, no. You know what time it is for everyone?
Wow.
Well, not
Final
for chat. Not for
Fantasy.
chat.
Final Fantasy.
No. It is time for Bungo. The new episode's out.
Wait, what?
I thought the new chapter was out.
The new chapter is out.
Episode is out too.
Oh,
The new
wow.
episode is out. Remember, it comes out on Thursdays.
Okay,
it's Friday
bye guys.
today.
We need to go watch Bingo.
We can
guys,
watch
watch
Bungo and
it.
read Bingo. All right, guys.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. See y'all next
See y'all.
time.
MLC
Thanks
night.
for hanging with
MLC
us.
MLC night.
MLC.
Wait, am I
Wait.
included?
MLC night. And
Oh wait, shit. Are we doing episode night tonight?
Are we not?
Oh shit. Okay. No, I forgot that it was Friday, even though I just said it's Friday. I forgot that. Yep. No, we're doing
MLC
You're right, it
night
is Friday.
tonight on Ren's side. And
Over on my
then
end.
I'm definitely doing coffee talk. on Sunday. It's likely the last episode of Coffee Talk. So if you'd like to stop by, that's it for my side. Guys?
I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow. I haven't decided. TBH.
TBH, to be
TBA,
announced,
TBA.
to be announced, to be announced.
Yeah, to be announced. It depends.
Oh, yes, huh?
I honestly just want to play Apex, so I might just play that off stream.
Okay.
You know
This is
what
an
else
event I need to
fair?
catch up on.
Also, Final Fantasy.
80% chance I'm probably gonna do FF because I need to hard get through Endwalker because Endwalker is Endwalker.
Okay.
Reddit, don't shout yourself out. Okay.
No sleep time. I'm not sleeping. I already slept.
I'm on moderator mode. You're fine. You're okay.
Okay. So I need to run FF. Also, I need to literally Loki really hardly need to use the bathroom for the past 20 minutes, and I thought we were ending. So I really need to pee. So like we're gonna end. Please, I need to pee.
All
Oh my
right.
God.
We'll see you
All
guys.
right,
Thank you
folks.
everyone for coming.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I'm so
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.